Hi everyone, how's life, and welcome to another one of my videos. Welcome to New York, more specifically Manhattan, where I'm going to be spending the next few days just enjoying the atmosphere, maybe seeing a couple of shows. So if you're a theatre fan, keep watching. I'm hoping to see at least 2 or 3 shows whilst I'm here. I'm here with my family. My mum and my brother are here with me as well, so I'm going to have some time with them off camera too. But I thought I'd make a vlog as well because it's been quite a while. It's been, I think, 5 years since I was last in New York. 2019 was the last time I was here with my friend Rukaya. The vlogs from that are also on my channel if you guys want to check them out after you finish watching this. But yeah, it's amazing. The weather's nice. It's about 18, 19 degrees Celsius, which for me is perfect, especially having come here from Florida, Orlando. It was like 32, 33 degrees Celsius. It was very humid there as well. Here the weather is perfect, and we started off our morning by having breakfast in a very lovely small cafe called Cafe Aroma. It was on 39th West Street, and it had so many beautiful looking things like sandwiches, bagels, croissants, sweet stuff, a lot. I mean, so many options. My mom and I were very overwhelmed actually, but I ended up getting an Oreo croissant, which ended up being quite nice actually. I mean, don't get me wrong, it did not taste of the croissant at all. I mean, the French would probably be quite offended by it, but it did taste amazing. And then I also had a tiramisu latte, cold latte, that was also delicious. So we're off to a good start, and yeah, like I said, we're here for a few days. I'm going to take you around Manhattan as much as I can, and mainly some shows I think, and some of the food as well. I'm excited to try some of the iconic New York food whilst I'm here. And speaking of food, my mom has just spotted this world's largest candy department store, so we thought we'd go and have a quick look around, see what they have. Doesn't look very busy in here. Hello, good morning. Thank you very much. Wow, this is huge. No wonder it's the world's biggest candy store. Look at that. So we've got this level here, and then looks like they've got a full level down there as well with a bunch of candy or sweets or whatever you want to call them. Youngest child. There's some chocolate bars over here. I'm gonna have to speak over the whatever music they're playing because I don't want to get copyright. Look at this little guy. They even have merchandise for Oreo stuff. Really cool. Probably quite touristy as well actually. I don't think we're going to be getting anything, although I say that I'm already spotting my mom picking some things out. Dark chocolate raisins, oh, that does sound good actually. We are now making our way down, and I'm already spotting some Reese's over there. Shout out to my cousin, she loves Reese's, so do I actually. And this place is huge. This is huge. Hershey's Kisses. Do you guys like Hershey's? I'm not a big fan. Oh my god, this is a big one. I didn't even realize Hershey's Kisses are normally quite small, but this is like a giant Hershey's Kisses. Yeah, my mom's found something. What is it? Cookie dough birthday cake bites. You gonna get them? I think she is. There you go. These are what the actual Hershey's Kisses look like. They're small, and you can get as many of them as you want here. This place is huge. But yeah, there you go. World's largest sweets candy shop in the world here in Manhattan, New York. Definitely didn't think our first stop after breakfast would be somewhere like this, but we just stumbled upon it. My mom was like, should we just go in? I mean, who wouldn't want to go in the world's largest candy shop in the world? I'm glad we got to check it out, and we did get a couple of candies and sweets for friends and family as well. Anyway, we are now back onto the streets of New York. Shout out to my friend Rukaya. Last time I was here, we ate at Applebee's together. I've also spotted this Target on the other side, which looks really cute. We might make a visit there as well at some point. We've got Madame Tussauds in front of us, which I don't think I've ever been to Madame Tussauds here in New York. Obviously, I've been to one in London quite a few times, and obviously that's the original, but they do have one here as well. In fact, a lot of the major cities in the world have a Madame Tussauds in it these days. Here's the theatre for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I think it's called the New Victory Theatre. I've not seen this in ages actually. I first saw it when it opened in London. I think it was 2017 or something like that. So yeah, 6-7 years ago at this point, and I haven't seen it since, but it is a fantastic show. Loads of cool effects in there. And we've just stumbled upon the New Amsterdam Theatre, where they're currently playing Aladdin on Broadway, a Disney musical. My mom's never seen Aladdin, and she said she might be interested in seeing it, so who knows, maybe we'll end up watching Aladdin at some point too. Also, shout out to my friend Benji. Last time I saw Aladdin was with him on tour. I think we went, where did we go? Milton Keynes. And we did enjoy it. He really loved it. It was his first time. We have now entered another shop. This is a Miniso, and they've got so many kawaii, adorable things. This is also a very big Miniso. I'm spotting some Disney stuff on the back, which I'm going to check out in a bit. Also, a Pikachu made of, not Lego. Maybe it is Lego. No, it is Lego. Wow. There you go. Pikachu. So many adorable Japanese stuff here. We've got cinema roll here. So cute. Another huge shout out to my cousin. She would love all of this. Some nano blocks here, and then yeah, loads of Disney characters here. Look at this little chicken. Oh my god, no, it's a pineapple. I think it's meant to be a pineapple in the form of a chicken, I think. I can't quite make it out. Is that like an avocado but in the form of a chicken? No, it's broccoli. These are hilarious. They have a whole Barbie section here as well. Buy one get one free, so this is on sale. I finally found some Disney, so there's some Stitch down there. really cute. But also they've got some other characters here. We've got the Green Alien, Winnie the Pooh, Chip and Dale, May from Turning Red, and then up here we've got some Miniso figure models as well from Toy Story. I'm so glad I've stopped collecting things, because this would be a dream otherwise. Like me from, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 years ago would be in heaven right now and we want to buy everything. But I haven't bought anything. Fun fact for you, I did buy a little present. Well, my mum bought a little present for my cousin from here, so we did get her something. But I'm not actually purchasing any of the things that I would have loved 5, 6, 10 years ago perhaps, because they're just so adorable. But now that I'm older, I know that there's not enough space for all this and I don't need them. But it's cute to look at, right? And look at this. This is New York, Manhattan. We can see the beautiful Wicked sign on the back as well, which actually I am thinking of seeing Wicked on Broadway, even though I have seen it plenty of times in London in the West End. I also have seen it here on Broadway. I saw it in 2013 when I was last here with my mom. We watched it together and it was cool to kind of compare it to how it is in London. Part of me wants to see it again, so we'll see, especially because the movie's coming out soon as well. I want to see it again on Broadway to kind of again see what the changes are like. And you know, Wicked started here, I guess. It was here before it came to London, so it'd be cool to see it again at some point. Just a couple of Mickeys and Minnies chilling casually on the streets of Manhattan in Times Square. We've also just gone past the Hard Rock Cafe, and there's a Taco Bell here too as well, which we might go into and get some food before we, basically my brother's booked us a film to see in a couple of hours, so yeah, we need to get some food before that. We're not overly hungry, so we might just end up sharing something, but I thought I would quickly show you some of the options they do have. I mean, I guess it's very similar to what you can find in Taco Bells in the UK, so no, this I've never seen before, the Big Cheez-It Tostada. I think I might get this Big Cheez-It Tostada actually, because it says it's a specialty for a limited time. And I'm excited. Calories don't look too bad either. Right, let's go for everything regular. I think we've got the chipotle sauce. Let's add it. So we've got some chicken quesadillas to share, and I'm gonna give that to my mom. I also ended up getting that Cheez-It thing, which looked good. It's a limited edition, limited time only. Let me see if I can open this somehow. Oh, there you go. This is actually smaller than I thought it would be, but it looks pretty good. And yeah, this is going to be our pretty small but hopefully tasty lunch. Well, Taco Bell was lovely. It hit the spot. We are now back on the main streets of New York. I think we've just gone past, well actually we're about to go onto, we're going past, sorry, 45th Street it says, W45th Street, and I need to show you what I can see in front of me, because look at that. We've got a random, I guess, Transformers just chilling over there. To my right we've got the Disney store. There's a Forever 21 as well, and I am going to go to the Disney store at some point, so make sure you keep watching. It will be coming up in the vlog. You might be able to tell based on what you can see in front of me, the Time Dragon clock. We have come to the Gershwin Theatre, and it feels really nostalgic being back here. 11 years ago was the first and only time I came to this theatre on Broadway to watch Wicked, and I'm so excited to, there you go, we have just purchased tickets to see it again tonight, my mum and I. My brother is going to be busy tonight, so it's just going to be us two, but I'm so excited. We also managed to get some really good seats in the middle of the stalls for $120 each, which is expensive, but those seats, I looked online, are normally $250 each, so you know, considering what the actual price is, we got about over $100 discount each. It's not too bad. I'm happy, my mum's happy, my mum loves Wicked. She hasn't seen it in a long time. I've not been to Wicked in quite a few years either. I think the last time I was at Wicked was 2021 or 2022. It was a few years ago. I don't see it quite as often as I used to in London anymore, so yeah, didn't plan to be seeing Wicked tonight at all, but here we are. We now have tickets, and we are going to be back at the Gershwin Theatre later this evening. It's currently about 2:30 p.m. The show starts at 7. Shows generally on Broadway start at 7 p.m. rather than 7:30 like they do in the West End. Some of them start at 8, but generally I've noticed they seem to be at 7 p.m, which is interesting, a little bit of a difference to what we see in London. So there we have it, Gershwin Theatre, New York, home to Wicked. We'll be back in a few hours. I can't wait. I don't even know who's in it. Oh, looks like she's called Mary-Kate Morrissey. She's playing Elphaba. I'm hoping she'll be on. If not, any standby or understudy I've ever seen at Wicked I've enjoyed. So it'll be good. It'll be good to see a brand new cast, and yeah, Wicked in its original home here on Broadway again after 11 years. Just like that, we have made it to the AMC Empire Cinema, where my brother's booked us a film to go and watch. I don't even know what film it is, to be fair, but yeah, we're going to go and check out the film, spend a couple of hours in there, and then I think my brother has to go to a class later in the evening. My mom and I will probably get some food to eat, maybe, and then it's going to be time for Wicked. But for now, this looks like a really nice cinema. 2 hours of family time. We also had dinner at a place called Carnegie Diner and Cafe, which was really nice actually. It is now time for, oh, didn't realize he was in shot. It's time for Wicked. Unfortunately, my brother can't make it, he has to go. But I'm excited, very excited. We've got our tickets in this little envelope that we got earlier today. And oh my God, is that Rachel Tucker I'm spotting here? That is so cool. I know she obviously got to do it on Broadway for a little bit of time. It's cool that they've still got a poster of her as Elphaba. And you can see the queue of people waiting to go inside. Like I said, the show starts at 7 p.m. It's currently about, I want to say 20 minutes to 7. We had to eat our dinner quite quickly at Carnegie Cafe and the Diner because of how long the movie took. But yeah, let's head in. There you go, a global phenomenon. Wicked. It's actually so cool seeing it so much more busy and hustling and bustling than what it was like earlier today when we first got our tickets. This is the cast board for tonight. Again, I don't actually know exactly who's in the show at the moment, so can't quite tell. And I don't like the fact that they don't tell you who's playing what. I think it's just a list of everybody in the company, which I guess in some ways is cool as well. And then yeah, the merchandise is here. I'm definitely going to buy something, I'm not sure what. Might even get that magnet. It says Wicked celebrating 20 years on Broadway, and why, that's quite unique. And then potentially a program as well. We'll see. I love how much Wicked there is everywhere here. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. We've just had our tickets scanned. And one cool thing actually about the Gershwin Theatre is that it has so much Wicked elements around it. Like it was almost designed for Wicked in a way. I also enjoy the fact that they have escalators in the Gershwin Theatre because of how modern the theatre is compared to the Apollo Victoria Theatre in London. And most of the theatres actually in the West End are a lot older. Because the show's starting in about 10 minutes, I think we're going to go ahead and head into the auditorium, get our seats, and then in the interval I might have a quick look at all the merchandise they have. And also, I'm excited to get a playbill. It's been 5 years since I was last given a playbill, and I love that about Broadway culture, the fact that you get given a cast list for free. And it's interesting having to go up a flight of escalators and then actual stairs to get to the orchestra stalls, which is obviously, you know, the level that's on the same level as the stage. So normally in West End theatres you would be going down, sometimes underground, for that level. Here we are, Wicked. Oh wow, feels so similar but also different at the same time. Thank you very much, thank you. So we've just been given a playbill and I'm spotting a slip in there, so there might be a cover on. This is the view. Honestly, it's fantastic. I haven't sat in such an amazing seat for Wicked in a long time. I'm going to say like years. Normally I'm either on the sides these days or front row, because the front row can be significantly cheaper if you get the day tickets, £30. And I've just had a look at the slip and we have an understudy, I guess, for the role of the midwife, played by Alicia Albright. That means that all the main principal cast, including Elphaba, Glinda and Fiyero, should all be the main ones. So we are going to love you and leave you. We're both very excited. My mom hasn't seen Wicked in so long, and to have such amazing seats, we're both so happy, feeling very grateful. I'm going to see you in the interval. It is the interval, and it feels so nice to be seeing Wicked again after what feels like quite a long time. I've seen this show so many times since 2007. I was thinking as the show was going on, when was the first time I saw the show? 2007, guys. I was only 16 years old. I'm going to casually walk as well because I don't want to block anybody's view because people are taking photos with the beautiful stage. But yeah, I was 16. I wasn't even living in London at the time. We were there on a trip and then I went to see it with my family, loved it, and then I got to see it so many more times since. Second time seeing it on Broadway tonight, but obviously I have seen it plenty of times in the West End. I can't even tell you how many times. I saw it a lot when I was younger. When I was a university student, I could get discounts. I would, you know, day seat in the morning where you can get £25. It used to be £25, now I think it's £30 front row. So yeah, I used to be obsessed, you could tell. So I know the show so well. Like, I know the whole script. I can tell you everything word by word. This is how many times I've seen it. And yet seeing it tonight, because it had been a few years, kind of felt in very small ways. It felt like I was seeing it for the first time. Also, obviously seeing it with the American accent. Everyone's got American accents. It's on Broadway. It kind of does change the portrayal and characterizations of some of the characters a little bit, especially I think Glinda. Glinda with an American accent is so different from when Glinda is played with a British/English accent. Same with Fiyero. Fiyero on the West End feels more like a prince, like, you know, just because of the accent, whereas here is more like an American, I don't really know, like an high, I don't know, I can't really explain it, but it is different. Elphaba's the one that's the most, I guess, unified, no matter what accent you see her in. And the Elphaba that we have tonight is actually really, really fantastic. I think I got her name, I might have mentioned her name earlier, but I will go through this later on when I get a chance. But yeah, good cast so far. I really like the Fiyero. I love the Elphaba. Her voice is fantastic. Our Glinda is really funny. Her voice, I wouldn't say is the strongest I've seen, but then again, I've seen so many Glindas throughout my life that it's really hard to compare, and I don't think we necessarily should compare. All the performers that have been in Wicked bring something to it. Anyway, having a quick look at the merchandise, I've just spotted a Wicked 20 t-shirt as well, which sounds like something I may want to get. I don't know. They've got a mug, they've got the Wicked book, of course, by Gregory Maguire, and you can see all the prices here as well. So the 20th anniversary NYC t-shirt is $35. We've got the regular 20th anniversary tee at $40, for good $45. Wow. Okay, so I guess t-shirts tend to range from around $30 to $40 roughly. They've of course also got the umbrella here with the Wicked sign, and then some sweatpants which say Shiz University on there, and you can see some of the other t-shirts up there too. As somebody who's seen Wicked countless times, like I said, I wouldn't even be able to tell you how many times. It's over, I would say it's over 60, 70 times at this point in London. It's so interesting seeing some of the little differences as well. Differences in, I guess, some of the scripts, little differences, you know, just little words, I suppose. Some of the words were changed when Wicked came to London from Broadway, just to make it make more sense to a British, mainly British slash, or, you know, European audience, I would guess. There's also slight differences in the sets. I mean, they have the trapdoor here where Elphaba actually goes down just before defying gravity. They don't have that in the UK. Yeah, little minor differences that most people wouldn't even care about, but because I'm so used to the Western version, it's just really interesting to spot. Also, look how cool this is. They've got a display here of the American girl Elphaba and Glinda doll. So there's Glinda, she's got some pink and blue in her hair, and then Elphaba. Really enjoy her dress, like the details on her dress, and then there's some details on the bottom as well. And this is the website you can go to if you want to purchase these. Well, I was going to get myself some merch. I'm still planning to, but they've just made the call for, I think, the 5-minute call until the second act starts. So I'm going to make my way back to my seat. My mom's really enjoying it as well. For her, it's been about, I think, 6 years since she last saw it, 2018 maybe. For me, like I said, I did see it at the beginning of 2022. I'm pretty sure I went to see Lucy Jones as Elphaba, but I don't remember much of it, so it's nice. It's nice to be seeing it again. And here we go, back into the auditorium. They've got 2 levels here. We've got the dress circle up there, and then the orchestra stalls, as they are called here. And I cannot be happier with the view we have. Very lucky. Also, very quickly, this is the cast, so you can see who Glinda is, Alexandra, and then Witch's father, Witch's mother, midwife Elphaba is played by Mary-Kate Morrissey, and then who have we got as Fiyero? Fiyero is Jordan Litz. So that name actually rings a bell. But yeah, very good cast. Back in our seats. Fantastic view. I'll see you after the second act. The show has ended. Some purchases may have been done in this beautiful Wicked tote bag, and I love the fact that, again, I'm just casually coming down the escalator. I don't want this vlog to be too long because I'm hoping to make a vlog of the entire 6 days that I'm in NYC. So as we're leaving the theatre, firstly, because it starts at 7, it also ends at like 9:45, which is such a nice change from London when it ends at 10:20 p.m. But also, here's one last look at the Gershwin Theatre for Wicked. Quite empty now. There are still some people buying merchandise upstairs, but yeah, I really like the greenness in the theatre with the green floor. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Apollo Victoria is also great, and I actually think I prefer seeing Wicked at the Apollo Victoria. Of course, with the amount of times I've seen it there, it's always going to be my favourite. But it is nice seeing it on a Broadway stage, in a Broadway theatre as well. Also, coming back out of the theatre, now I understand why there's a photo of the lovely Rachel Tucker over there, because we've also got the phenomenal Cara Lindsay, who I would have loved to have seen as Glinda, but I have seen her in other shows. I actually first saw her in Newsies back in 2013 when I saw my very first Broadway show. I saw Wicked on the first night I came here, second night I saw Newsies and fell in love with it, and Cara Lindsay is a fantastic actress. Also, I just met a lovely family, a lovely American family who were behind me in the queue. Really lovely to meet you. I didn't get their names, but I got to meet literally the entire family, so that was a lovely end to the evening as well. But I'm going to go back into my hotel now. I'm not sure when I'm going to talk to you. Might be tonight, might be at some point about the vlog, so I can talk a little bit more about the show, but we've got more shows coming up as well. Wicked was amazing though. I loved the whole cast. The Fiero especially for me was a highlight. The Bok was really good as well. Elphaba and Glinda were really good. I mean, it was just nice to see it. It's nice to see different interpretations of it, and also with an American accent it's always going to be a little bit different. So yeah, I enjoyed it overall. Hello, how's life? It's the next day. I'm about to go and watch a matinee of Suffs, a musical that I'm very excited about. I don't know much about it. I know that it's about the suffragette movement, and that intrigues me. Also, my lovely friend Aaron James told me that I'm going to enjoy it. He loved it, so hopefully I'm going to enjoy it as well. I'm watching it on my own today. It's a matinee performance at 2 p.m. and there are so many other theatres on this street. There's the Imperial Theatre for Water for Elephants. Moulin Rouge, I believe, is right there behind me. The Notebook is playing in one of the theatres here as well. So it's crazy, and I think all the matinees obviously start at the same time at 2 p.m. rather than what we're used to in London at 2:30 p.m. I also got myself a coffee. Well, I had breakfast with my mum at the same place as I had breakfast yesterday, the Cafe Aroma. Very nice, next to our hotel. Really good food. I also had a tuna sandwich there. The tuna sandwich was delicious. Like, I'm so full right now, I can't even imagine eating anytime soon again. Probably won't eat until dinner time. I don't need lunch. That was like my breakfast and my lunch, a brunch if you will. But yeah, got about 10 minutes until my show starts. This is currently the queue to go into Suffs, and Suffs the musical is playing at the Music Box Theatre, which is a theatre I don't think I've ever been to before, and it won quite a few Tonys. It won the Best Score Tony, which sounds amazing. I don't know anything about the song, so I'm looking forward to hearing that. Generally just excited to be seeing a new show. This queue is reminding me a little bit of the queue for D23. It's a very long queue just to get into the theatre, and the show starts in about 10 minutes, so I'm hoping we'll be okay. This whole queue is for Suffs, the musical. So there you go. Everyone's a little bit stressed. People at the back of the queue around me are quite stressed, understandably so, because it's a very long queue, and like I said, the show starts soon. Also, this poster for Water for Elephants looks amazing. I do really want to see this too. Not sure if I'll get the opportunity on this trip, but yeah, let's see if we make it into the Music Box Theatre or not. You can see how far back the entrance is. At least I have time to finish my coffee whilst we wait. Looks like, against all odds, we are actually moving. Very slowly, but we're moving. So I haven't lost all hopes yet. We still got about 7 minutes until showtime. Ooh, it's a little stressful. Okay, so we've just made it into the theatre officially. 2 minutes until showtime. I think they are going to start a little bit later because there's still quite a lot of people behind me. I've got my tickets on my phone here. I bought it from Today Tix. Thank you so much.
Number 2 on the main
I number 2.
Number 2, Western
Samar, I love your YouTube videos. I used to watch all the time.
Thank you, lovely to meet you. What's your name?
Joseph.
Joseph, lovely to meet you. Yeah, see you later. Shout out to a lovely usher called Joseph just then, who said they recognised me from my videos. Hopefully I'll get to chat to them in a bit. But yeah, the auditorium is just here. I'm on an aisle, so I hope we're going the right way. And we are officially inside. This is the orchestra stalls area, otherwise known as stalls, back in London. And yeah, I think I'm on the side somewhere there, on an aisle seat. Oh, I think this might just be mine. Row J1, yeah, perfect. Got my playbill, a nice aisle seat as well. Also, I'm wearing my Wicked t-shirt that I got yesterday. I'll show it to you properly later, maybe, if I remember. But yeah, it does look like we might have an understudy on or something. Again, I'll let you know after, because the show should be starting in the next few minutes. It's officially 2 p.m. now, hasn't started yet. People are still coming in, so I'm guessing, like I said, there might be a little bit of a delay. But this is my view, and it's a pretty good view, I would say. Not exactly central, but close enough to see all the faces, which I like, and yeah, no restrictions whatsoever. So we're in the intermission as it's called here in the USA on Broadway. I have teared up a couple of times. I didn't necessarily expect to, even though I knew the topic. I mean, like I said, it's about the suffragette movement, so maybe I should have expected it, but what I didn't expect is how phenomenal the cast is. It's an all-female cast from what I can tell, and they all have fantastic voices. They work so well together. So many of them actually have individual, I guess, moments to shine on stage, and it's a great cooperative piece from what I can see so far in Act 1. I'm loving it. The score's amazing, the cast is amazing, the sets are nothing too special from what I can see, but they do the job for, you know, the story. And yeah, I think I found myself a new favorite musical. I think it might have made itself into my top 10 favorite musicals of all time, even just based on Act 1. It's just so good, and as a female, it means a lot to me. I think it's a very powerful story, and the cast is doing a fantastic job of, you know, showcasing it. I feel quite emotional just because of that alone, because of what this means, the suffragette movement. And I love the name as well, Suffs. What a cool name for a musical as well. I'm going to go and have a look at some of the merch that they have. I don't know this theatre very well. It's my first time here, like I said, at the music box. It doesn't look to have a huge foyer, like perhaps the Gershwin did last night. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm also sat next to a lovely lady, American lady, who's here on her own as well. And so we've been chatting a little bit before and after the first act. And it's been quite nice. In fact, I would say the majority of the audience is female. There are some men here as well, don't get me wrong, but it's maybe like 80% female, 20% male. So it clearly means that females have a lot of connection still to the story, and you know, it's just amazing to see what women of the past did for us to be able to have the right to vote now in this day and age in 2024. I want to see the cast list because I'm pretty sure we do have some understudies on, but everyone is so good that I need to know their names. And you can see the names in the cast here at this performance, Suffs cast. You can see the ensemble, you can see all the characters, but yeah, it would be nice to see a proper cast list as well for this afternoon's performance. Today is the 25th of September 2024, and this is the 2 p.m. performance. I am so happy to be here, and shout out to the lovely Joseph. I have now found the cast board, and you can see everyone in the cast here. I was told that there are a couple of understudies on, and one of them is having her very second show. She only did her first show yesterday apparently, which is amazing. There are some swings on as well, but yeah, there you go. This is the cast for today, and these are the understudies. So Ida B. Wells is played by Kayla Whitley, I want to say. I hope I pronounced the name right. And then we've also got, I forgot somebody else as well. There was somebody else who's also an understudy today, but Kayla's the one who's only doing her second show as Ida B. Wells, which is amazing. And Joseph said she's fantastic, and she is. I mean, the whole cast, the entire cast is. Again, Joseph, if you end up watching this, it was really lovely meeting you. Really nice to chat as well. But I think the second act should be starting soon. I'm rather cold. I'm wearing this wicked T-shirt that I got yesterday. I do have a jacket with me as well, but I left it on my seat. But yeah, I think they do a great job of airconning, you know, having aircon in their theatres here in New York, and also no ice creams in the interval, which is definitely a difference to the West End. Not that I want an ice cream right now, just thought I would mention it. But yeah, I'm gonna slowly but surely make my way back into my seat, row J. Fantastic view, by the way, really good seat. I think basically you can see the dress circle overhang, which here they call their dress circles the mezzanine. Row J is just there, and that's my jacket, so yeah. I think any rows a little bit further back may make your view a little bit obstructed because of the overhang, but my view, J, is fantastic, and I love the purple curtain as well. Here's my playbill. I'm going to see you at the end of the show. ended, and wow, what an amazing, powerful show to experience here on Broadway, and with so many other people around me, like I said, so many of them female, and so many good conversations were had just now between me and other people. I saw other females talking to each other, strangers, people who were just here watching the show, and yeah, it's I don't know, I think it's just a thing that as females obviously people understand and have experienced, and Suffs really was a special show for me. I'm really glad I got to see it, and the entire cast was amazing. The show itself was amazing, the book was great, the score was fantastic, of course the subject matter is really important too. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, let's go and check out the merchandise now, because I definitely want to buy something. So we're heading down one level from the orchestra stalls level to where they have, oh actually wow, there's a lot going on here. They have the merch stand over there, they have a little backdrop here as well. I'm a Suff. How cool is this? Really enjoy that. Put the rage in suffrage. So in terms of merchandise, they seem to have all your standard things, t-shirts, mugs, I'm spotting, a little magnet, a pin, a Suffs pin for $12. I don't know, I love the show so much. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, that I now low-key want to buy everything. Oh my god, they've even got a cap. 2 caps actually, that Suffs one over there, the purple one's quite cute. $30 though. Whew. Hello, how are you doing? It's the next day, currently about 2 p.m. I want to say. Last night I had a bit of family time with my brother and my mum, and then my mum and my brother actually headed to a theatre not on Broadway, can't remember the name of it, but they went to see Adam Driver in a new play called Hold On To Me Darling, and I'm pretty sure it only opened like a few days ago, so it's still very new. Of course, with Adam Driver being in it, very popular. So my brother could only find 2 tickets for that evening, and the rest of the time that we're here is basically sold out. So with 2 tickets, unfortunately we couldn't all go together, and I'm not the biggest Adam Driver fan, don't get me wrong, he's a great actor, I enjoy some of his films, but my brother really enjoys him. My brother's a big fan of Adam Driver, and my mom enjoys him, I guess, more than I do as well. So the 2 of them went, and I just kind of had some time to myself. I did some editing and, you know, caught up on work a little bit as well. And then today I've just come to the Imperial Theatre, you can see it in front of me. We're gonna go inside and check with the box office to see what kind of tickets they can offer me. I only need 1 ticket because tonight again my mum and my brother are off to go and see a play. I think it's called Jobs, maybe. So I thought I would come and see this, Water for Elephants, a show that I've heard mixed reviews about, but apparently in terms of the set design and the choreography is a spectacle, so I would really like to give it a go, especially because I have read the book as well. It's right next to Suffs, the fantastic show that we watched yesterday. Love that. In fact, I really like this street. You've got the Jacobs Theatre as well, where Outsiders is currently playing, the Tony Award Best Musical for 2024, and the 3 of us are going to go and watch that as well in a few days' time. We've already booked it, so that's one that we can all do together. But yeah, let's head on into the Imperial Theatre for Water for Elephants and see what kind of ticket they can offer me. Beauty under the big top. Miracles do happen. Many wonders await audiences at the Imperial Theatre. Huge and heart-filling, stunning and emotional. Yeah, I'm excited. I hope I manage to get a reasonably priced ticket. Let's head in. I also don't think I've ever been inside this theatre. I might have done, I don't know. I remember seeing Annie the musical once in 2013, and maybe that was it. Kind of looks a little bit familiar. Oh, this is the cast board, I guess, but the box office is just there. Let's go and see what they have. Okay, so we got the ticket, 1 single seat in orchestra stalls, I believe, row R, in the aisle as well. So the lovely staff member working at the box office said that it's going to give me a really good view, and the price for it was $107.50, which, don't get me wrong, compared to Western prices, still expensive, but anything that I was seeing online, especially for orchestra stalls, was over $200. So for me, I'm taking that as still quite a bit of a saving because of what it could have been if I'd ordered online. Over $200 now, we've paid $107, so that's almost half the price of what I could find online. So it is sometimes worth coming to the box office and checking. Of course, they also have TKTS. I mean, there's plenty of ways to do it. Some shows do lottery, some shows do rush. This one didn't, which is why this was one of the best ways that I could think of to get a reasonably good seat at not too expensive price. As with most Broadway shows as well, it's a 7 p.m. start this evening rather than 7:30 like they do in the West End. So the staff member told me that the doors will open at 6:30, which is, I think, one of the reasons why it's quite stressful. Like yesterday as well at Suffs, you guys saw how long the queue was, because they tend to only open the theatre doors half an hour early, whereas in the West End, if a show starts at 7:30, people can start getting into theatre from like 6, so an hour and a half before normally. I think that's partly because theatres here don't tend to have big foyers or big spaces for guests to, I guess, relax in or maybe have a drink at the bar like they do in the West End. So if they let people in earlier, there just wouldn't be enough place for them or space for them to relax until the auditorium is prepared and ready. So maybe that's why, but please do correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. Obviously, I love theatre and I know the West End. Motorbike just went past. Yeah, I know the West End very well. I've been going to theatre since I was very, very young. However, Broadway, I'm still not overly familiar with. Obviously, I've only seen a few shows here, so I would love to know. And I also like comparing them just because of the little differences that I see as a huge theatre fan who mainly knows the West End and obviously fringe theatre as well in London and regional theatre too. Also, I have realised that this vlog has more or less turned into a theatre vlog, and that's because I love theatre. Both me and my brother are big theatre fans. Obviously, my brother's an actor, so he wants to see shows. I like theatre. My mum enjoys coming along with us as well from time to time. So yeah, that is, I guess, the main theme of this vlog. And also because the three of us are here together and we haven't seen our brother, my brother, my mom's son, for quite a while, 9 months to be precise, since January of 2024. We also want to spend some time together off camera, so I hope you appreciate it. I'm trying my best to vlog as much as I can, and hopefully the things that I'm vlogging are interesting to you. Anyway, water for Elephants at the Imperial Theatre. I'll be back for you in a few hours time. We've just come to somewhere called the Westway Diner, which one of you guys actually recommended to me.
West, not the east.
There you go, my brother.
Always choose
my
west.
brother's phenomenal jokes as
If you're
always.
looking for a way, go west.
Go west, love. Oh no. Oh, thank you very much, thank you. So, yeah, it seems to be like a very traditional American diner. It has a bunch of things, wraps, salads. What do they have, Reza? I don't think they do. I don't think cholo kebab is an traditional American food though.
Do they have chili kebab?
My brother thinks it's hilarious. Can I just put this back on you?
If you believe in chili kebab, comment down below.
Okay, cholo kebab is a Persian
If you don't know what
dish.
chili kebab is, comment down below your name, phone number, and address. And
You're
we'll
gonna
have chili kebab
deliver one to
together.
them?
No, we'll have a chili kebab together.
Okay, that is not necessarily a guarantee, but yeah, my mom is also here with us. You might be seeing
try.
her arm there, and she's just asked, "What's chicken waffle?" Because that's such an American thing, and she's never had it.
Yeah.
I've tried it. Reza, she said she won't have it. It sounds rather interesting to her. You've had it before, Reza, and you say you like it.
The chicken is blended into the batter of the waffle, and then the waffle has eggs on top, so the whole family is together.
Whole family of chicken, waffle, and egg.
Yeah, and then on top of it is Mr. Abbas, who likes to
Oh
eat
my-
chicken.
Did you hear what he said? Okay, so one thing you need to know about our brother is that he just is a joker, firstly.
If you miss Mr. Abbas, comment down below.
Also, he just would randomly put inside jokes, just like, you know, retell inside jokes
Like
that
the
we
guy
had
who
as
used to-
children, me
used
and
to
him,
make friends with chickens.
to people that have no idea what these jokes are, and
Yes.
it would take 50 years for me to try and explain it to
There
you,
was a
so
man
just
who liked
accept
chickens
it.
very much.
What are you saying? I don't even know what you're saying.
There was once a man whose name was Abbas.
Okay.
Who loved chickens very
He did
much.
love chicken. He had a bunch of chickens
Very
with
much,
him.
yes.
R.I.P. I'm pretty
Chickens,
sure he's no
all
longer
sorts.
with us, so let's make sure that he has a good
He had a beautiful
life.
smile also.
He did, yes. Right, let me try have a look at the menu and decide what to get, because the menu is quite vast. Also, this is the inside menu. We didn't even realize there's a whole entire menu inside that book as well. So the menu really is vast. If you want like proper food options, sandwiches, burgers, things like that, there you have them. And then the breakfast options are on the front page.
They have real good chocolate.
Shout out to M2M.
Shout out to him and Mr. Abbas.
So this is a lentil soup that just arrived. This came with my brother's order, but I don't think
If you love lentils, comment down below.
I don't think he's gonna have it, so my mom and I might share it. Oh my god, okay. Cut, food was good. We have just decided to order some pancakes to share as well. We got some Nutella and then some maple syrup as well. My mom's gonna probably have mainly the maple syrup. We're gonna have some of the Nutella, and I think this is just like whipped butter that comes with it too. I also wanted to quickly show you this. So this, I guess, artwork, poster, whatever you want to call it. It says the world visits Westway Diner, so it's a bunch of different notes from around the world. Euros, dollars, loads of things. That's quite interesting. Okay, my mom's already tried it, as always. She approves. You can see a piece of it has already gone. I'm going to try it as well. But so far, I have said that it's been good. It's not been phenomenal. My mom, she liked her food. Reza enjoyed his. I thought my burger was really delicious as well. So it has been really good. The service hasn't been the best, I have to say. So that's the only thing. Food quality, good, American, nice. Pancakes my mom loves as well. And yeah, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. And we've just got the bill. Thank you very much. It all came to $87, by the way, for the three of us. And just like that, it is 6:21 p.m. So in about 10 minutes time, I should be able to start actually going into the theatre. You can see the Imperial Theatre over there for Water for Elephants. The Notebook is also playing right on the opposite side at the, what's the name of this theatre? Can't see the rest, but the Notebook is actually ending, as you can see here. Last performance on the 15th of December. Would have liked to have seen it, but I've heard mixed reviews, and obviously there's so many shows here I have had to prioritize, so hopefully I've made the right choice by skipping the Notebook. My mom and my brother have actually gone to see a show, a play called Job, I think, that is also ending soon in the next few weeks. It's literally on the street right next to where I'm at, so there's another street that has loads of Broadway shows in there. Audra McDonald is going to be in Gypsy starting from November of 2024. I'm so gutted that I'm going to be missing her. Hopefully I'll come back. That would be great. Now that my brother is obviously here a lot, I actually have an excuse to come to the US more often to see him, and also once we're here we can see some shows too. So fingers crossed, because I love Audra McDonald. But for now, we've got Water for Elephant here in front of us. I think they should start letting us go in soon. Honestly, Broadway theatres are so interesting compared to the West End. I love it. I also love the fact that I'm getting a chance to experience quite a few of them on this trip. So we've just come through. We're in the orchestra, like I said, row R, which I was told is in aisle 2. I think it's just going to be here, based on what this lovely usher just mentioned as well. So we're going to head in a second. Hopefully you would have seen some of the merchandise available as well. I got to come into the theatre a little bit earlier than I did yesterday for Suffs. So we still got about 20 minutes, 15 minutes until the show actually starts, meaning that I had a chance to have a look at the merchandise a little bit, decide what I might potentially want to buy. With shows I've never watched before, I normally like to wait until the interval at least to get merchandise, so that I know whether or not I love the show or how I feel about the show. Obviously with Suffs, I loved it so much that I ended up buying quite a few things from the show at the end of the performance. But yeah, Water for Elephants, I know I want at least something, maybe like a magnet, but I might want more things, and that I don't know yet until I actually see the show. So without further ado, let's go to our seat and see what the view's like. Am I in the right place? Hello. Oh yes, right here, miss. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. Oh, lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Got our playbill, of course, as well. I really like the design they've done for Water for Elephants, the musical too. Of course, this show, like I said, is based on a very famous novel, which I've read and enjoyed. So yeah, view-wise, let me just sit down. View doesn't look too bad, especially for just over $100. I mean, I feel like I can see the full stage for the most part. Maybe a little bit of the top of the stage I'm missing because of the dress circle / mezzanine overhang, but hopefully it won't be too much. I don't know how much of the show will be up there. I've not seen it before, but I'm pretty happy with the price that I paid for this, and I've got legroom because I'm in the aisle, which is always a bonus as well. In terms of any understudies inside the playbill, there is a slip here that says Megan Poulet joins the cast, so maybe she's a slightly late comer to the cast. That's why they haven't put her in the actual playbill just yet. But you can see the entire cast and the roles that they're playing here for this performance today on the 27th of September 2024. The show should be starting in the next 15 minutes, 1-5, so still got some time. No one's next to me just yet, which makes vlogging so much easier, I have to be honest. But I think I'm going to love any of you and next speak to you either in the interval or at the end of the show. I'm excited. We're at the interval. A rather long first act, I would say. It's currently about 8:35 p.m. and the show started at about 2-3 minutes past 7, so an hour and a half. I think it will end just before 10 p.m. I'm enjoying it. I'm not loving it. I feel like I'm not as invested in the show as I was hoping to be, considering I've read the book, I know the story, and I think it's a pretty beautiful storyline. I don't know why it's just not working as much as I wanted it to on stage. The cast are very talented though. There's some really cool circus acts going on as well. Sets are cool. I love the acrobatics. I love the puppetry as well. There's some puppetry done in the show. So there are some clever choices done on stage, which I am appreciating, but overall I'm not enjoying the show as much as I was hoping to, if you know what I mean. And I think partly it's due to the score. I'm not finding the score too inspiring. Don't get me wrong, it kind of works with the vibe of the show, with it being quite a circusy show, but it's not memorable. Like I don't remember any of the songs that were played or sung in Act 1. So yeah, these are my thoughts so far. I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it either. I'm kind of meh about the show so far, but there's some great talent on stage for sure. Hello, we've come to the next day again. A few last thoughts about Water for Elephants, the musical that I watched last night. I ended up liking it, but didn't love it. Like, there were some really good moments throughout the show. I particularly liked the ensemble numbers when most of the cast were on stage. I thought the choreography was very well done. And yeah, the acrobatics as well. I mean, there were some really nice moments throughout the show. Even the acting I thought was generally quite strong. I just don't think together it came to be what I wanted it to be. So if I had to give it a rating, I would, out of 5, I would probably give it a 3, because it wasn't bad and it had some good moments. I just wouldn't see it again. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It's not my priority. It's not the top show I've seen here, but I'm glad I got to see it. Now though, I've just come out of this place here. It's called the Vanilla Gorilla Cafe. I'd walked past it a couple of times. I wanted to give it a go today, and I'm glad I did, because number one, I like vanilla, and if I'm ever getting a flavored coffee, vanilla is normally my choice of syrup to put in my coffees. And so yeah, I wanted to try the coffee, and the coffee, spoiler, was fantastic, really delicious. I thought the vanilla syrup was really nice, but then the coffee itself tasted amazing as well. I would say better than Starbucks, and a lot of people love Starbucks. So yeah, really good coffee in there. But also they had some snacks there, some savory snacks, some sweet snacks, some sandwiches. But something that they're very, very famous for apparently are what they call pastrinos. Basically it's meant to be like a croissant wrap. A buttery croissant wrap is what they call it. Apparently they've come up with it. I wanted to try it. They had a few different flavors. They have a breakfast one, they have a chicken one, they have some vegetarian ones. I asked a lovely waiter in there what she would recommend, and she said the most popular one is a chicken mozzarella one. So I decided to go for that, and I loved it. It was so good. I wasn't sure what to think of it before I tried it, but it actually tasted amazing. Very filling as well. Like, that is my lunch now. I thought it was gonna be my breakfast, but no, that's gonna be all I need until later in the evening. The combination of the sweetness of the croissant with the savory deliciousness of the chicken and the cheese and everything, the pesto, there was pesto sauce in there as well, was amazing. And if I get a chance, school bus going past. I love the fact that New York school buses are so yellow and so iconic, I guess. But no, I would love to come back at some point. Whether or not I get a chance, I'm not sure, but it is really good. If you're coming to New York, I'd recommend it, especially if you're staying somewhere around Times Square. It's not too far. Food was good, friendly service, and loads of locals seem to be in there as well doing work, which I think always is an indication of it being a good place. If locals are enjoying it, it must be good. So there you go, the Vanilla Gorilla Cafe, and I love the logo there as well. Look at that gorilla. So yeah, that's been my day so far. I've been editing as well a little bit before coming out, and yeah, not sure what I'm going to be doing now. I think I might meet up with my mum for a bit. My brother's busy, and we might do some shopping. We might just wander around, not sure. But this evening we do have a show again. Like I said, this vlog is mainly shows, so look forward to that. It's several hours later, and you guessed it, it's time for another Broadway show. Now, this one I'm very excited about. I literally got my ticket about 5 minutes ago directly from the box office. This is the Broadway Theatre. You can see there behind me. You probably have guessed what show I'm about to see. I'm really excited about this one. And actually, this is the theatre that I've been to once before. I went to see King Kong there with my friend Rakaya back in 2019, a show that didn't have a lot of great reviews, but I actually remember quite enjoying it. There was some fun elements to it with the way they portrayed King Kong. But yeah, the Broadway Theatre is currently home to Great Gatsby, the musical, which stars Jeremy Jordan and Eva Noblezada, two fantastic theatre performers. Jeremy Jordan I've never seen live before. Eva Noblezada I've seen live plenty of times because I used to work in the theatre where she was performing at, Miss Saigon, so I've seen her like countless times, over 100, maybe even more. I was working there every single night and she was performing on stage, so I would listen to her and see some of her performance every single evening unless she was off, which wasn't very regularly to be fair. So amazing singer. A very cute pink ice cream truck just went past. New York is just so random and fun. Anyway, so yeah, very much excited. I don't even know if they'll both be on or not. I'm excited because I managed to get a rush ticket, literally like about 45 minutes before the show starting. So I just went to the box office, asked a lovely staff member there what they had available, preferably in the orchestra stalls at a reasonable price. She was really excited actually when she offered me the one ticket. On the second row, I believe she said it's a great seat, literally 2 rows from the front, $99, which again, I know normally in the West End I would say $99 is expensive, but here it's great, especially for such an amazing view by the sounds of it. So yeah, rush ticket, orchestra stalls, getting it so last minute. Happy with that. It's a Friday night, so let's hope that both of the principals will be on. If not, I'm still going to enjoy it, I hope. There you go. We've got the Broadway Theatre for the Great Gatsby. And yeah, got my ticket over here. It's about 25 minutes until the show starts. One thing I really like about Broadway theatres as well, and this wasn't the case when I was last here 5 years ago, but their back check security system is very, very efficient. They literally have like these machines, you walk through them. It's a little bit like what they do in Walt Disney World, if you've been in the past few years as well. So yeah, it's not manual. You don't have to open your bag unless you have something that looks suspicious. You can just walk straight through, which is so nice, so easy, and also it makes you feel safe as well because you're actually going through machines, because human error can sometimes happen, you know? Also love this poster of Jeremy Jordan and Eva Noble-Zada. So many people are taking photos next to it. I did as well, so you can check that out on my Instagram if you wish to. Sam forgot. But yeah, without further ado, let's join this rather short queue at the moment and head into the theatre. And that was very quick and easy. This is the box office where I got my ticket from earlier. The cast list is just over there. We're going to check it out later on. Oh, they also have a little screen over there, I guess, showing you a trailer of The Great Gatsby. And we're in orchestra stalls, so I need to figure out where to go.
Good evening, how are you?
Good, thank you.
To your left, door 2.
To my left, door 2. Thank you so much. It's a little camera.
Oh, what's the name of it?
It's called the DJI Pocket, and I am starting to remember this theatre a little bit. Shout out to my friend Rakaya. Rakaya, if you're watching this, I miss you. But yeah, let's have a look at some of the merch they have going on. So The Great Gatsby. Hello, how are you? They've got the CD. They've got a pin. They've got, oh, I guess bracelets have become a big thing now in theatres. They've got the magnet. They've got the little, what would you call them, like a drink thing, tumbler. They've got a bag. They've got some outfits as well. There's a hoodie over there. You've got a t-shirt, a couple of different t-shirt designs, a cap, and then you can see all the different sizes for the t-shirts there as well. As always, I think I'm going to wait until the interval or the end of the show to decide if I want to buy anything. I will say, I think the one thing that I would potentially want to buy from the merchandise stand here is the cap. It looks really cool. I also just chatted to the lovely staff member working there, the usher, and she was wearing the cap, and I wanted to see what the back looked like. She said Jeremy Jordan is a huge fan of the cap as well, because I was telling her that if I wanted to buy something, I would get the cap, and she was like, yeah, Jeremy Jordan's a fan as well. That's making me want to buy it even more, because I already like the design of the cap. Now I know Jeremy Jordan apparently likes the cap. It looks good on the lovely usher who's wearing it. Yeah, maybe we'll be buying it later. Before I go to my seat, I just needed you to know that I just got myself bottled water, because I've been out for the past few hours with my mom and my brother, so I haven't had a chance to properly drink, and I really was thirsty. Just needed some water. This was $6, and it really isn't that big. I guess it's branded The Great Gatsby because it does have this sticker, but $6. I mean, we're in a theatre, I should have known what to expect, but also, look how beautiful this theatre is. It's probably one of the prettiest theatres I've been to here in New York on Broadway, and you can tell as well because so many people are taking photos inside the theatre, not necessarily with the posters of Jeremy Jordan, etc., but also just of the theatre because the building is so cool. And this is the bar I got my water from. A lovely usher told me to come upstairs because the bar downstairs, the main bar, was a lot more busy. Yeah, look at the queue at the main bar downstairs. So that's the entrance of the theatre, the Broadway Theatre, and the first thing you see, of course, is the bar. So most people are just going to stop by there. I've learned today, and in fact that's true in almost every theatre, even in the West End. Without further ado though, we're in row C113. Hello, how are you? Yes. Thank you so much. Oh wow, stage looks awesome. Loving the curtain, loving the theatre. And we're going all the way to the second row, I believe. Oh my god. Is it just here? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
The second seat in.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, how are you? Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. So there you go. This is our view. Got the playbill as well, The Great Gatsby. The view is pretty amazing for the price. And yeah, again, really like the colours of the curtain. You can see the rest of the theatre behind me. I think when I was here with Rakaya for King Kong, we were somewhere up in the mezzanine. This is amazing. The show should start in the next 5-10 minutes or so though, so I'm going to love you and leave you and speak to you at the interval. So, we are at the interval and I am absolutely loving it so far. I hadn't heard too much about this show. My friend Aaron James, actually, Aaron, if you're watching this, thank you. He described it in a way that made me want to see it, if you know what I mean, and I'm really glad I gave it a chance because it is fantastic. Eva Noble-Zada is on, so is Jeremy Jordan. We do have a couple of covers on, which I'm gonna go through later on, but the main two principal cast members that I wanted to see are on, which makes me very happy. The show itself is really good though as well. Like, I love the song, I love the sets, I like the pacing of the show, I like the characters. It's just a lot of fun, and yeah, set design also good. I will see it again, even if it wasn't for the two principal cast members. But I'm glad they're on, obviously. I already want to see it again, in fact. You know, a show is good when even after the interval, you already know you want to come back. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll get a chance to, not on this trip, but yeah, this has already made it into one of my favorite Broadway shows. Anyway, you can see the orchestra pit down there. Orchestra sounds amazing too. And again, we've got the stage here, very close. So this is the front row. I'm guessing this is also part of Rush. But like I said, I'm in row 3. Let me just let people go through. In fact, I'm actually going to go back to my seat now because I think the show should be restarting Act 2 in about 5-10 minutes. I will see you guys at the end of the show. The show just finished and same thoughts as the interval, except even more of an excitement and happiness about the fact that I got to see the show, I got to see this cast. I really enjoyed it. Now don't get me wrong, this isn't like a unique or revolutionary type of new show, but it's a very fun musical. Like I said, the score I really enjoy, the cast is fantastic. It's very fast-paced, which I appreciate in musicals of this sort. There's dancing, choreography, tap dancing in Act 2, which I really enjoyed. And yeah, good storyline as well. I mean, The Great Gatsby, it's a slightly simplified version of it, but all the kind of main dramatic moments are there, and I even cried a little bit, so there you go. Also, yes, I've got the cap officially now. And before I leave the theatre, I did want to show you just a little cast board. It's not a board, it's like a screen they have here, just so you can see everybody that was on, including the conductor, who was amazing, the orchestra. In fact, everything about the show I really enjoyed. It's just like a very fun, but also quite dramatic musical at times with some amazing performers. It was also amazing seeing Eva Noblezada in this. Like I said, I used to see her, or hear her at least, all the time on a nightly basis when I used to work at the Prince Edward Theatre in London when she was in Miss Saigon. This would have been back in 2014, so yeah, about 10 years ago. I have also seen her in Hadestown when that was being performed in the National Theatre in London. She was amazing in that as well. But it's just amazing to see kind of her growth in the past 10 years and on Broadway. Fantastic. Also, Jeremy Jordan, I hope he approves of my cap here. It was amazing seeing him live for the first time as well. Obviously, I've heard about him for a long time. In fact, when I went to see Newsies in 2013 here in New York, he had just left it, so I got to see Corey Cott as Jack Kelly, who was absolutely amazing. I love Corey Cott. But I would have liked to have seen Jeremy Jordan too, and I'm glad I got to see him live today. Look at that. He was amazing, by the way. I love his voice, but his acting's really good too. Like, especially being so up close, you could see the tears in his eyes. He was amazing. Also, I want to give a big shout out to this guy over here. I don't know his name at the moment. I'm sure he'll be obviously in the playbill, but he was also phenomenal. When I say his name, I mean like his actual name. But yeah, fantastic performer. Hello, it's the next day. It's currently about 10:45 p.m. I have a show starting in about 15 minutes at the Hudson Theatre on Broadway. It's been raining outside today, so I am drenched, and it was a little bit difficult to not only vlog, but also just walk to the theatre because I don't have an umbrella with me. My mum has one, but we obviously separated for me to come to the theatre, and so I did get drenched a little bit. However, I want to talk to you about my ticket for today because I managed to get it on Today Tix's Rush, which was at 9 a.m. I woke up and it was difficult. I had to refresh many times. It took about 10-15 minutes to be able to finally get one, but it's for Once Upon a Mattress starring Santee Foster, who is absolutely amazing, and I'm excited to see her live. And as you can see, I got it for $37. I think with the like tax or whatever they put on top of it. Today Tickets has a lot of extra fees. It ended up being more like $40, but $40 is still amazing. Now it does say it's a partially viewed ticket, but it's an orchestra stalls and hopefully it won't be too bad. Obviously I will let you know. But yeah, theatre looks pretty good. Cara Lindsay also stars in this. Fun fact, so Cara Lindsay I believe is Sutton Foster's standby, and this show has only been on for a few months and it is ending in a couple of months as well. So it's a shorter run and I don't think Cara Lindsay has gotten on yet at all. It would be nice if she's on today, but equally I'd love to see Sutton Foster too. I'm just a big Cara Lindsay fan. Got about 10 minutes before the show starts, so I'm going to make my way to the auditorium to see what the view's like. Okay, thank you so much, thank you. There you go, we are inside the auditorium. You can see the beautiful curtain, Once Upon a Mattress. It's meant to be a musical comedy and I'm noticing quite a lot of children actually in the audience. So we are in row, I can't see, I've got my playbill here as well. Row Q16, which is this one. I think it's just, this is two, okay, it might be the one on the very end. So I'm just in my seat and this is my view. I don't quite understand what's partially restricted about this because I can see the majority of the stage. I guess maybe some of the speakers on the sides might block your view a little bit, but really not bad. I'm very happy anyway for $40. Got my playbill here as well. Doesn't look to be any slips in there, so it looks like Sutton Foster is on. And yeah, I guess I'll speak to you at the interval. Okay, we're at the interval and I'm really enjoying the show so far. It's obviously a musical comedy, like I said, so it's funny. People around me are laughing so much. I've laughed a little bit here and there, but I'm just not that kind of audience generally. I am a tough laugher, if that makes sense. Not a lot of things make me laugh when it comes to theatre and entertainment. I laugh a lot with my friends and family, but theatre, it has to be really something special to make me laugh. So I can acknowledge that it's funny, but I'm not like actually laughing out loud, if you know what I mean. Sutton Foster is of course amazing. She is hilarious, and you know, seeing her on stage just reminds me to the first time I saw her, not live obviously, but when she was in Shrek the musical on Broadway. That's kind of when I first heard of her, about 10 years ago now? A while ago. And yes, instead I've been wanting to see her live at some point, and I feel very lucky that I'm finally getting a chance to see her. And I can totally imagine Cara Lindsay doing this part as well. It's a shame that she hasn't had a chance to do it yet, as far as I know anyway. Maybe she has. Do let me know in the comments. Do correct me if I'm wrong. But hopefully she will get to do it. I obviously won't get to see it because it's closing in a few months' time. But yeah, the show is good. Once Upon a Mattress. The kids are laughing as well. So yeah, it's based on a musical comedy that was released in 2005, like an actual film. I've never seen the film before, didn't really know anything about it. I mainly wanted to see this because of Sutton Foster and then of course Cara Lindsay too, so I would have been happy, like I said, with either of them. But yeah, they do also have some merchandise, of course. It's a very noisy foyer area. But let's have a look at some of the merchandise before Act 2 actually. Firstly, they have a thing here that says, "Our kingdom needs decorating. If you've ever been in Once Upon a Mattress, share your photos using the hashtag." And so I think these are some of the cast members that have been in it, which is cool. It's a nice little area right next to the bar. And this theatre actually has a pretty large foyer space, which is nice. I'm trying to figure out where the merchandise stand is. I think I saw something here in the actual, there you go. Seems to be over there. They are selling some of them, at least they have them on display. I don't think they're actually selling them here though. But you can see they have a couple of t-shirts priced at $40 for the black one, $30 for the children's one. They've got an eye mask, a couple of other, I guess, t-shirts and jumpers in the back too. And then of course we've got the curtain there again. My view actually from my seat is pretty good, like really not restricted at all, I would say. It's just those speakers, like I imagine them to be. Sometimes you might miss a little bit of the stage, but I'm seeing all the actors. It's fine. It's a really, really good, reasonable price ticket, I would say. So if you are hoping to see this in the next couple of months, then try the rush for it at 9 a.m. I'm actually really enjoying being on the side too, like I'm right next to a wall. The only awkward thing is every time I have to go in and out, which I've only had to do once to be fair. I had to go in once and now I've come out for the interval. But I do have to make everybody stand, which is awkward because there's no way to get to that row from the other side. So I feel very bad about that. And weirdly, nobody in my row wants to leave. Nobody left anyway for the interval, so I had to just awkwardly go through them. But what can you do, eh? For now, I think I'm going to slowly but surely make my way back to row Q, which is just over there. And I'm on the very, very end over there by the wall. And yeah, wait for Act 2 to start. I'm excited. This is a fun show. Like I said, I might not be finding it funny personally, but I can acknowledge that it's funny and the cast is fantastic. Okay, the show has just finished, and I think in some ways I actually preferred Act 2 to Act 1. I mean, don't get me wrong, Act 1 was also very fun, but I feel like I laughed a little bit more in Act 2, and there was a particular scene with the prince and his dad, and the dad is mute. If you didn't know, that's not a spoiler, you find that out like literally at the beginning of the show, but they had a song together, and that was hilarious, like really brilliantly done, considering the dad couldn't really talk, and it was a lot of like physical comedy. And then Michael Urie, who plays the prince, phenomenal actor as well, and Sultan Foster as well. Everybody, in fact, I felt like the cast was genuinely very good. Great voices, great comic timing. I liked it, and I feel like the majority of people coming here are going to enjoy it as well. Like I said, I'm a tough crowd when it comes to comedies, but I can still acknowledge that this was actually really funny, and I even laughed a few times, which is great. So there you go, Once Upon a Mattress, and this is where I was sat by this wall on this corner. And it's a pretty short show as well. It's currently about 3:20 p.m. Show started at 1 p.m. so it makes it a really good show for children as well, and there were loads of children in the crowd. It's also a Saturday matinee, so that's also probably why loads of kids went. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I would recommend it to anybody who likes a fun comedy. Great cast, glad I got to see Sultan Foster. Yeah, let's go and check out the merch now. So I finally found the main merchandise stand. I love how it says Swamp Swag. We've already seen some of the t-shirts that they have, some of the apparel, but they also do this tote bag. They have mugs here supporting stop pouting, it's time for your cocoa. Hilarious. You've got a Once Upon a Mattress mug as well. You've got the magnets, of course, and the pins, quite standard for Broadway shows. And then you've got the t-shirts back there. I think you can get a poster as well, $20. And then up there you can see some of the other t-shirts that we have seen. We have already seen the face mask, the sleep mask, and then that cap's quite cool too. It says Shy, very soft shoe. So there you go. This is for the most part what they have available here. Looks very busy right now, so I don't actually know if I'm going to buy anything or not. But oh my god, I've just seen they also have this photo opportunity where you can actually sit on the mattress. Might have to do that. Check out my Instagram. Also, I've just noticed they're even selling the mushy peas as a plush. That is hilarious. $25 you can buy that. Well, I did end up getting the cap that says Shy on it. Also on the other side, I'm not sure if you can see or not, there's a little pea, which is a funny moment in the show. So yeah, I like the color as well. I also got the magnet. But it's raining outside, it's still raining, I don't want to leave, I don't have an umbrella. I'm meant to be meeting my mum and potentially my brother as well for some food. I'm also very hungry because it's about almost 4 p.m, haven't really eaten anything. The rain's not too bad, but people are kind of just chilling here, trying to get their umbrellas and stuff ready and not wanting to leave the cover that they have. So maybe I'll wait around a little bit as well. I'm not sure, I wish I had an umbrella. Whilst I'm also joining everybody else here waiting for the rain to chill a little bit, as in stop or maybe just lighten up a little bit. I thought I would also show you the theatre doors, because now they've closed it until the evening performance later. You can actually see what the doors look like. Very nice. And then some of the screens as well, showcasing some of the cast members. Honestly, the entire cast I thought was fantastic. And up there it says a tuneful, flamboyant, altogether blissful rum. And on the other side it says it gets the heart pumping and the crowd laughing. And I can certainly attest to the second part. The crowd were laughing basically throughout the entire show. Anyway, I think I'm literally going to wait here for a little bit of time. People have also gone to the stage door. It's funny that people are willing to brave the rain to go to the stage door, but not for anything else. So I can actually see some of the people that yeah, I do have a little bit of time until we have food with my mom. I think we're going to a pizza place potentially. I don't know. But yeah, for now I'm going to love you and leave you. Stay tuned. This video is already very long, I think. We've still got a couple of more Broadway shows to go as well. So if you're interested so far, firstly, thank you for watching. Please make sure to leave a like as well, because that, makes me realize that you're enjoying it, and maybe I'll do more content like this, because I know so many of you have been missing my theatre content. Actually, it's been nice. It's been nice to suddenly see so many shows in the space of it's been 5 days so far, and we've got 2 more days. It's a few hours later. I spent the past few hours with my mum and my brother. We went to Joe's Pizza. I think that's what it's called. My brother recommended it, and it was really good. Apparently it's one of the most famous slices of pizza in New York, and to be fair, the pizza was really good. I tried the white pizza, which was mainly like a white based sauce with cheese, and then I also had some of my mum's spinach and garlic pizza slice, and that was delicious as well. So very busy though. If you ever go to Joe's Pizza, and you probably already know about it, it's a very famous pizza place here. Be prepared to queue. We were in a queue for about 15-20 minutes maybe, the longest I've ever queued for a slice of pizza, and there wasn't much space inside the actual restaurant either, but it was really cool and I'm glad I got to try it. We are now standing in front of the St. James Theatre for our my second show of the day, and it's Sunset Boulevard with Nicole Scherzinger, which used to be in the West End. I never got to see it on the West End. I'm really sad that I missed it. It was there for a limited amount of time, I think earlier this year or late last year, 2023, early beginning of 2024, but now it's transferred here, and it's its opening night, so the very first preview happening tonight on the 28th of September 2024. There's a huge queue here behind me. We've got about 15 minutes until the show starts. Very lucky to have managed to get tickets. So it's just me and my mom actually. My brother's gone to see a play, I believe. He's very excited as well. He's gone to the Lincoln Center. So I think he's gone to see McNeil's, which is a play that has Robert Downey Jr. at the moment. Anyway, very, very difficult play to get tickets for, so he was only able to get one ticket for himself. But we are here. Oh my god, it's very, very busy. I still can't get over how, like, New York feels a lot busier, especially just before theatres performances are about to start, than London. And I still think it's because they open up the doors much later than they do in the West End. It does make it a little more stressful. Either way, I'm going to go and join my mum and head in and see the show. Okay, we are officially in the auditorium. That was hectic. It's too many people, and we are in row M, so a little bit, let's keep going forward. Row M, sorry, row M30 and M30 and 28, yes? Thank you so much. I think we're on an aisle.
Yeah, gonna be right here actually.
Oh, perfect. Anyway, we have finally made it to our seats. Like I said, it was hectic trying to get in. Way too many people. Obviously, it's the first performance as well, and I think the theatre is it's one of the ones that doesn't have a lot of space inside, foyer-wise. But this is our view. We're in row M28 and 30. I think it's a pretty good view. Anyway, we're on an aisle, so not too bad. We've got the playbill as well, Sunset Boulevard, the official first performance, so I would presume, no slips inside, the entire cast should be on, and I'm excited. The atmosphere feels very good. Like I said, stressful, but good. Also, we each had one of these Sunset Boulevard tote bags on our seats, which I'm guessing is a opening night, first night thing, so 2, I guess, free souvenirs, and show should be starting in the next 10 minutes, I would hope. It's currently about 5 minutes to 8. It's an 8 p.m. performance, but there are still people coming through, so it may end up starting a little bit late, who knows? Because it's the very first performance, the first preview. They have a camera there as well. I don't know what they're filming for, maybe just like a little trailer for the opening night. And it is currently, in case you're wondering, it's about 5 minutes past 8. It hasn't started yet. People are still coming through, so who knows when it will actually start. We're excited though, we're excited. We'll see you in the interval. This is my mom. We'll see you in the interval. We are at the interval, and wow. I understand the hype now, because this show, like I said, it started off in London, this production of Sunset Boulevard, with this cast, I believe the principal cast at least, with Tom Francis and Nicole Scherzinger. I'm not sure about the rest of the cast, but they were in London as well, and the show won a lot of Oliviers. Nicole Scherzinger, I think, won Best Actress in a Musical. Tom Francis might have won his category as well, and then the show also won. And I get it now, it's very unique. The production is so different to what I guess what people know of when they think of Sunset Boulevard. It's very black and white. There's not a lot of sets. In fact, there's barely any sets. There's a lot of screen work. There's cameras on stage. You get to see performers' faces very, very clearly. It's really cool. The voices as well. And Nicole Scherzinger is brilliant. Tom Francis is fantastic. So far, I'm enjoying it. Now, I do want to go out to show you the merchandise, but my mum made a really good point. There's literally a queue to try and leave the auditorium. This theatre is beautiful, but I don't know, maybe because it's a full house tonight, obviously with it being the first night, it's just been very difficult to come into the auditorium, leave it, and it doesn't feel as organised as West End shows that I've been to before. So I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it to try and leave, because we're already about 5 minutes into the interval and I don't want to be late coming back, so we'll see. I do want to have a look at the merchandise at some point. It might have to be later on. I have braved the crowds. This is so I mean, I feel like a sardine trying to get to the merchandise stand right now. Okay, we seem to have finally made it. I'm not sure where the queue is for the merchandise, It seems to be that the majority of the queue is actually for the bar because it's the first evening, but we're gonna slowly but surely make our way through the crowds again. Oh, I feel like I can finally breathe a little bit. So is this the queue for the merch? Thank you so much, thank you. Loving the show, but also stressed out. So I'm gonna have to be very quick with showing you the merch. It looks like they are selling a poster with Nicole Scherzinger's face, Andrew Lloyd Webber, of course. They seem to have some t-shirts, some hoodies, a cap I'm spotting up there. Everything seems to be quite simple in terms of the logo and the design. They also sell these beanies with the Sunset Boulevard logo, mugs, water bottles. They have a notebook over there, keychains, magnets. Definitely going to buy a magnet. Hello, please can I have a magnet if that's okay? Okay, I ended up buying the poster. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, to be fair, but I feel like it's an iconic show. I'm happy to be here on its first night, so why not? It was $25, and then I also got the cap and the pin and the magnet. Let's slowly but surely, oh my god, this is hard. I'm going to see you back in my seat. There you go, back into the auditorium, and it looks like not everybody is back here yet, so again, I would imagine the second act will also start a little bit late, but our view is pretty good, I would say. Like I said, we're in row M on the aisle, which has been really nice for my mom actually because of her leg. The only problem is that we have some tall people in front of us, and that makes it a little bit difficult to see, but apart from that, the view is pretty good and unobstructed. Because we're on an aisle, we are waiting for other people in the aisle to come before we can sit back down. I'm going to leave you for now though, and next speak to you at the end of Act 2. That was phenomenal. I have no words. Wow, what an incredible production, an incredible cast. I was mesmerized. I mean, it's one of the shows where you couldn't take your eyes off the stage, and it's funny. I would say so far the best show I've seen on Broadway. And it's funny because it's a West End show originally. Like, this production was in the West End not so long ago. Incredible. And we are now slowly but surely making our way out of the auditorium. I am still in absolute awe. I'm still mesmerized about what I saw tonight. What a fantastic, unique production, phenomenal cast. So good. I didn't realize how close the stage door of this theatre is, the St. James Theatre, to where you actually exit. Because we came out and we heard screams, so I'm guessing one of the actors already come out. But the teacher was phenomenal in this. And I just realized that my mum and I, and actually my brother as well, the three of us went to see her in Cats, the musical in London, quite a few years ago now. It might have been in 2016, I think, at the Palladium. So that would have been about 8 years ago. And in Cats, she was amazing as well. Obviously mainly a dancer, but also I remember really enjoying her voice. But in this, she is incredible, and I don't know, like sometimes when shows are very overhyped, I'm a little bit apprehensive, but this, as a production, I thought was very innovative, very cool, the use of the screens, the cameras. I mean, kudos to the camera people as well. Everything, the actors on that stage had to be so on it the whole time because of the up-close shots that they have, and it works so well with the theme of the show. I loved it. And Nicole was amazing, Tom Fast was amazing, the whole cast, in fact, the production, so good. It's the next day, another rainy day here in New York, and another double show day for me because it's Sunday. However, before we get to the shows I'm watching today, I just had lunch here at a place called Los Tacos #1. I'd heard amazing things about this online. So many people said it's some of the best Mexican street food or like street type food that you can get near Times Square, and believe me, I just ate it. It really is fantastic. Decent prices as well considering you're in New York. Really good food. I am so full. And I think in total I probably paid about $12-13 for one taco. I got the steak taco, I think, and then the chicken quesadilla. I would say the steak was better, so if I were to come here again I would just get steak for everything. So even with the quesadilla I would add steak to it, and you can choose what you want and then you can choose your toppings. It is very busy. Today's a rainy day, so not a lot of people, still busy in there, and it's a very small space, so don't count on being able to find a table in there. Most people just take their tacos and their quesadillas and go and eat somewhere else. But like I said, because it's rainy, not too many New Yorkers, not too many people are out and about in this area, so this queue area at least is empty. But I would highly recommend it. If you're coming to New York, if you love Mexican food, try it. That was delicious. But I am now making my way towards the theatre, and I want you to guess in the comments down below what show I'm seeing. Obviously, so far I've already seen quite a few amazing Broadway shows whilst I've been here over the past 5 or 6 days, but we've got another couple of days left, and some of the major shows we haven't watched yet, so let me see if you can guess down below. Also, as you can see, I finally got an umbrella. Just went to Walgreens and bought one earlier. It was $15, but it's blue. It's going to be perfect and convenient for the next couple of days I'm here, because it does look like it's going to be raining again on and off. And also, I forgot to mention I'm seeing this show with my brother and my mom, so I think it's the only show we're seeing, the three of us together whilst we're here. My brother's already seen it and he loved it so much he wants to see it again. I wonder if that's giving you a little bit of a hint too. This is where we were last night, my mom and I, for the opening of Sunset Boulevard here on Broadway, and we've got Gypsy on the other side, the Majestic Theatre, which has been, you know, under refurbishment for some time. I think Phantom of the Opera used to play there earlier, but it's going to be reopening in a couple of months' time with Audra McDonald. I am so sad to be missing it. But the show that we're seeing today is also on a street that we've already seen in the vlog, perhaps a couple of times. I mean, Broadway, to be fair, one thing I like about Broadway is that all their theatres, all their shows are very much like on Broadway. You can just walk through everything. It's not quite as like, you know, scattered as the West End theatres are, I guess. And Lord have mercy, this is the queue for the show that we're watching. I can't get over the queues here on Broadway. I think my mom and my brother have already gone in, so I'm happy for them, because this queue in this rain is not the one. We haven't even gotten to the street yet, and the queue is going around them, and the show starts in about 25 minutes. And you can see the street again. We were at Water for Elephants a couple of days ago. I also saw Suffs here in this same street at the Music Box Theatre a little bit further back. But yeah, this is where the queue is. I'm hoping I get in as soon as possible. Also, welcome to New York City. Casual entertainment for people in the queue. Okay, looks like we are moving, but a little bit of a spoiler. This theatre, the first theatre you see in front of us, is not actually the show that we're watching. This is for Stereophonic, one of the most Tony-nominated plays that Broadway has ever had. In fact, I think, if I've heard it correctly, it's the most Tony Award-nominated play here on Broadway, but we're not going to be seeing this on this trip. Someone just walked past and said the name of the show that this queue is for, and their friend was like, it looks like it's for Stereophonic, because it does, because of how far this queue goes. No, the show that we're seeing today, there you go, drum roll, is actually The Outsiders, a new musical which also basically swept at the Tonys this year in 2024. It won the Best Musical, and it's definitely one of the most popular shows on Broadway at the moment. Okay, we're going through security. 1 second. This is the cast board over here. I'm just going to scroll down very slowly, and we've got only about 10 minutes until the show. Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome to The Outsiders.
Thank you very much. Oh yeah, thank you very much. I can just go in. Thank you. There you go. Ooh. Wow, curtain looks really cool. I need to find my mum and my brother. I think we're somewhere in the orchestra stalls, obviously. That's why I've come here, so thank you.
Welcome to The Outsiders.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Can I see your tickets, please?
Thank you, yeah, of course.
All right, you're gonna go down and see Riley. She'll see you.
Thank you so much, thank you. Whew. Oh, I can see my brother, Fantastic, I know where I am. There you go, we are at our seats. This is the view. We've got the playbill, The Outsiders. Looks really cool, and then we literally have a phenomenal view of the stage. Look at that, row G in the orchestra stalls. Now the tickets for this were definitely more expensive than most of the other shows that I've seen, but I think it's going to be worth it. I hope so anyway. So my brother's already seen the show, loves it, recommended it.
I didn't.
Recommended it.
I didn't.
literally just said, "Oh my God, you're about to see the best show ever."
You should read the book. Miss
I-
Hawker has a crush on Soda Pop. My 7th grade, 8th
So
grade
his
teacher.
7th grade teacher, we
Hi, Miss
basically you read
Hawker.
this. No one's gonna, she's not gonna.
Probably dead.
Why? Why would she be
old.
dead? Okay, but she might still be alive.
You never know.
Oh my God. So you read the book at school, so did I.
Miss Hawker and you're still alive, comment.
What's so good about this show,
The book
Reza?
is amazing.
Are the songs good?
The film is amazing by Francis Ford Coppola. The show is about making bridges. Nobody
Okay.
makes bridges anymore these days. So if you're into bridges, comment down below. We'll find a charity where we can find all the
Thank
people
you
who are
for.
the aliens of the world who don't believe in polarized fundamentalism. And this show, unfortunately, has a bit more fundamentalist stance because, it's trendy. But the music is good.
Is it? I'm happy about the music. It obviously won the best.
The socials are two-dimensional.
Okay, let's go. We have to stand up. People are going through. My mom is also here with us, equally
That's mom's
excited.
hand. You gotta hold the hand. When you see a hand, hold it. If
Okay.
you wanna hold my mom's hand, comment down.
Oh my God. Okay, well, show should be starting in the next 5-10 minutes, so I'll speak to you afterwards. We are at the interval. We're about 5 minutes into the interval actually, so I don't have too much time. But I'm really enjoying the show so far. The score is fantastic. The cast are very tight. You can tell that they love doing the show, and I think we actually have an understudy for Pony, and he's amazing. I have to get his name because he's fantastic. In fact, like I said, the whole cast is great, but particularly I'm loving the songs, the choreography, and it's reminding me a little bit of Newsies. So I think if you're a fan of Newsies, the musical, you're probably going to enjoy this. I'm not loving it as much as Newsies because Newsies, the theme of it, everything, the songs I think are slightly better in Newsies, but this is really good. That down there, by the way, is the merchandise stand. There's quite a bit of a queue, so I'm not sure if I'll get to it before the end of the interval. Anyway, Act 2 is about to start. Reza, what do you think of the understudy? He was telling me how he compares the one that we have today to the other one. You said you think the lead has maybe a slightly more powerful voice, but his acting is fantastic today's, right?
That's my mom's hand. If you like my mom's hand, comment down below.
Any
Hi,
more
Pony
thoughts?
Boy. You're great. I'm a fan. Two-Bit Matthews, whoever is Two-Bit Matthews, comment down below. I want to
Who?
go have a coffee with you.
With who?
The guy who plays Two-Bit.
Oh, okay. Is he on the thing?
Yeah. If you know him, connect me. Instagram, RezaDiaco93 @
If you end up watching this, whoever you are, then yeah, Reza
Yes.
Diaco.
Yeah.
I really like the finale. What's the name of the song that ends Act 1? Because that was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
It's gonna get better.
That was phenomenal.
It's gonna get better.
It's going to get better
Keep your
apparently in
eyes
Act
open.
2. So we'll see you at the end.
Prepare to get wet.
Are we going to get wet? Because there's definitely some rain action going on stage. We're in row G, so we're quite far. We're not too
It's
close.
raining outside, so it's the ceiling is leaking right now.
Okay, we'll see you at the show.
good.
So we just left the theatre, and I believe the stage door again is somewhere just over there. There's a crowd of people gathered waiting for the cast to come out, but it has started raining. Well, I guess it's continued to rain because it's still raining, not quite as bad as earlier. The show started at 3 p.m. by the way. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not. And it ended at around 5:30, so about 2.5 hours. I really enjoyed it. I can see exactly why it's won so many Tonys. It's won the best musical at the Tonys, and yeah, there were so many things I liked about it. I don't think I loved it as much as my brother did though, or has done for a while, because that was the second time seeing the show. But it is amazing. The songs I think are fantastic. The choreography for me is one of the highlights, and I just really enjoyed the entire cast. I thought the cast were all very talented and perfect for their roles, and the few understudies that we had on as well. I think we had 3 different understudies, and obviously Pony Boy was the main understudy that we had, and he was fantastic. Really enjoyed him. If I can get his name, which the name was in the playbill. This is one thing I love about Broadway, the fact that they give you playbills for free, so you can see the cast. So hopefully I'll put the name here. He was really, really good. Really loved his acting. My brother, he'd seen the main cast the first time he saw it, and he said that he preferred this performer's acting. Like, even though the principal, the lead, I guess the main performer who plays Pony has a fantastic voice and is also a brilliant performer overall, he did prefer our Pony's acting today. He thought he was just a better actor, which, yeah, amazing. It's funny, I keep hearing cheers from time to time because people are coming out of the stage door. And it's interesting as well, the stage doors I feel like on Broadway quite often tend to be right next to the main entrance, whereas in the West End, for the most part, stage doors are at the back of the theatre. So when you come out of the theatre, the auditorium, you're unlikely to see the actors come out unless you actually make the effort to go to the side of the theatre, which I don't really do anymore. But yeah, this is just there behind me. I did also get the tote bag. It says stable. I really like it. I also bought the magnet and the pin. I also got a magnet for my brother, which I'm going to surprise him with. I don't know if you guys heard the cheers again. Somebody else must have come out. But yeah, my brother did mention earlier in the vlog, I think in the middle of his many jokes that he likes to do when the camera's on him, that he read the book when he was at school, 7th grade. And I read it around that time as well. I'm a few years old. I'm 3 years older than, 2.5 years older than my brother, in case you didn't know. He's my younger brother. And I read it around the same time as he did when I was a teenager. And I remember really liking it. My brother loved it, the book as well. He was a much bigger fan of the book than I was. We both had to read it for school, I think, if I'm not misremembering, but it was really interesting seeing the show because so much of the story and the characters came back to me, because I haven't watched the film. My brother's seen the film as well. I've never watched the movie. So really the only thing I had to base this musical off was the book that I'd read years and years ago. But you don't have to have read the book, you don't have to have seen the movie. I mean, the storytelling in the musical is very well done, so if you're completely new to The Outsiders, you will still be able to enjoy it. Like I said, it's got a very Newsies vibe, it's got a very brotherly vibe, and I keep getting distracted. The stage door is literally just over there. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Anyway, without further ado, it's currently 5:45 p.m. I have another show at 6:30 p.m. and it's about a 15-minute. Should we go and have a look and see who's there?
No, I've watched this show twice. I'm just waiting for her.
This was our pony boy, by the way, for today, Josh Strobel, and he was fantastic. Great voice, great actor. Really enjoyed him. I don't think he's come out the stage door just yet, and I'm not going to be waiting for him. But it's really cool seeing how excited everybody gets when the cast comes out. I also wanted to give a shout out to the guy playing Dallas, the guy that we had on today. Sorry, it's 3 p.m. for the performance today. Phenomenal voice, my favorite voice by far of everybody in the show, and they all had amazing voices, so for me to pick out one voice that I thought was even better than everybody, I mean, I just love the tone of his voice. Really good. Anyway, like I said, I've got another show coming up in the next 40 minutes, maybe 35 minutes, so I do need to leave this theatre. Goodbye to the Outsiders Theatre. The Jacobs Theatre, I believe, is the name of the theatre, and make my way to the Stephen Sondheim Theatre, which, like I said, is about, about 10-minute walk from here. And there you have it. We're at the Stephen Sondheim Theatre. It's over there just behind me. I'm guessing I've already guessed by this point what this last show is for the day. It might be my last show completely on the trip. I may see a show tomorrow too, but it's definitely my last musical. And it's the musical that I've seen quite a few times in London, so it's not a new musical to me. Like most of the other shows that I saw in the trip, everything apart from Wicked was new to me. But yeah, Anne Juliet is a show that I first saw in 2019, I want to say. I was actually invited to it, and that's the main reason I went. It wasn't on my radar otherwise, so I'm really glad that I was invited and I got to experience it, and I loved it so much that I ended up going, I think, like an additional 4 or 5 times. So I have seen it a few times, and I really want to see it on Broadway because I do miss it. I know it's on a UK tour in the UK, but I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to see it anytime soon. So whilst I'm here, I managed to get myself a rush ticket for around $45 this morning. I think I'm in the orchestra somewhere, still raining, but yeah, $45, really not bad for a Broadway show. I'm excited, I love this show, I think it's a lot of fun, so let's head in. We've just come into the theatre. This is the cast ward. And it looks like we do have a couple of understudies today as well. It's a 6:30 performance on a Sunday. They don't have any shows on a Monday. In fact, most Broadway shows are closed on Mondays. But yeah, I want to get back to Vegas. So I think it looks like we have an understudy for May, for Francois, and for Rosaline. So yeah, that would be interesting to see. So it's interesting with this theatre, the main level that we first enter is the mezzanine, which is the dress circle. So I need to go down. And then I enjoy the fact that they've even got Anne Juliet themed bins over here. I'm in row O of the orchestra stalls, but I want to see if I can get myself some water before I go to my seat. I've only ever seen this show at the Shaftesbury Theatre in London, so it's very interesting just being in this theatre alone. And it looks like they've got some merch over there. From what I can see, it's very similar to what they used to offer when the show was in London, but the bar is what I'm interested in just because I'm thirsty, I need something to drink. They seem to have some specialty cocktails here. Loving the names. These are some of the other things they sell. Hello, can I just have a bottle of water and some normal M&Ms? Got myself a drink, which is here, and some M&Ms, just the regular M&Ms. I don't even know why. I feel like I just needed something sweet. My mom's just texted me. She's gone back to rest for a little bit. She's been out and about since the morning, seeing one of her friends, and my brother's at a meeting as well. So yeah, the next few hours we're separated again, but I think my brother's booked us a movie for later. So very busy day for me. I'm like going from theatre to theatre and to another theatre, a cinema, straight after this as well. But yeah, let's head to our seats now. Okay, well I've got my playbill. We've got the set over there. I'm in row O22. Which I think is still a few rows down. Oh, it's so cool to hear the music, the pre-show music of this show. I love this show so much, and it'll be really interesting and weird seeing a totally new cast. I decided to come from this side, felt like it made more sense, and I believe this over here, row O, this seat 22, yeah, is my seat right on the end of the row, and that's normally where rush tickets are, to be fair. Like I said, I only paid about $45 for this, so you're not going to be right in the middle, but from what I can tell, the view is going to be fantastic, and it's a show that I've seen plenty of times before, so even if the view was a little bit restricted, I would have been absolutely fine with it. But this is the theatre. This is a very tired looking me sat down at my seat for Anne Juliet with a playbill, which is exciting, and when I put the playbill down, you'll be able to see exactly what the view looks like from row O22 at the Stephen Sondheim Theatre. But yeah, show should be starting in the next 5 minutes or so, so I'm going to love you and leave you until the interval. Woo! It is the interval, and I am so happy to be watching this show again. It has been, I think, over a year, maybe even 2 years since I last saw the show, back when it was still in the West End in London, and I think it's my favourite feel-good show. I love it every single time I see it. Doesn't matter what cast it is, doesn't matter what city it is, what country it is, just puts a smile on my face. I mean, the songs are so good, the message is so good, this cast today is fantastic. It's also so interesting seeing the differences, not only between some of the script, like tiny bits of the script have been changed, some of the sets have been changed, very, very minorly, but also it's been really interesting seeing how the audience reacts, like a mainly American audience, a Broadway audience, compared to what I was used to in the West End, a British audience, a West End audience. They are laughing at mostly the same cast, but also some of the things that maybe didn't get a laugh in London are getting laughs now, and some of the things that got really big laughs in London don't really get any laughs here, which I think is interesting because obviously sense of humour is different, and yeah, the way the actors are portraying these characters is also a little bit different, especially I would say Francois Dubois is probably the most different character I've seen. A really good performance though. And then Juliet too. I'd only ever gotten a chance to see Miriam Teakley in London, so I'm so used to her being Juliet and her way of performing and her singing. So it's just very different the way that the Juliet today is performing. She's really good, don't get me wrong, but I think she's also one of the most different ones for me because I'm so used to how Miriam did it, and I loved Miriam. She was fantastic. Shakespeare and Anne Hathaway having American accents I thought was going to be very weird, and it is a little bit weird, but they've chosen such good actors that are so similar in some ways to Cassie Jansen and Oliver Thompson, but it still works. So yeah, all in all very good. The May as well, the May that we have today, I think is an understudy. Very good performance, loving their voice. Overall, I'm very, very happy. I've just seen they've got Britney Spears' original outfit here, casually on display. That's really fun. Look at that, we didn't have this in London. Very quickly, I thought I would show you some of the merchandise as well. Firstly, love that neon sign, very cool. They've got this Romeo and Juliet hoodie. They've got the Super Dope pin, a pin set actually, with Yas and Super Dope. I think I might get that normal and Juliet pin though, potentially. You've got the magnets, the keychain, you've got William Shakespeare's pen, playing cards, shot glasses, mugs. Oh, they've got a cap. Oh, I love that Broadway does caps. I feel like the West End needs to do more caps. They've also got the tote bag, and yeah, they also do have a program, $20, which I'm definitely going to come back for and get. I'm going to head back to my seat now because I think, well, the usher said 5 minutes, but I feel like it's going to be starting soon. I feel like it's been enough time, and there you go, back into my wonderful seat, really good price seat, and really good view, honestly, completely unobstructed. Can't wait for Act 2. Also, if you're familiar with the show, Act 1 ends with one of my favorite songs from the entire show, which is It's My Life, and Romeo sings it, bit of a spoiler I guess, and I love it. I've had it stuck in my head over the past 15-20 minutes of the interval, but yeah, shows to be starting back up. I think I'm next going to speak to you actually, who knows when, because like I said, I'm going to have to rush from here to the cinema, then my brother has to book something for us, so probably won't speak to you again until tomorrow at some point. But I am loving the show, cast is amazing, really, really happy to be here, and you will get to see some of the characters perform in a bit, so stay tuned.
So don't stop under the lights when everything goes. Nowhere I wouldn't get you. I can see what you when you dance, dance, dance. See the good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance.
Of our original Broadway cast member and dance captain extraordinaire, Brittany Nicholas. Period. Oh my God. Friend. Oh, right? There aren't enough flowers to congratulate Brittany on this epic run. After all you've been through, all you've put in, we celebrate you, us.
Hello and welcome to another day, our last full day in fact, my mum and I's last full day in New York on this trip. I thought I would very quickly, recap what happened last night. The film that my brother took us to was called The Substance, starring Demi Moore. Oh my god, it was so gory, it was so uncomfortable to watch at times, but the message was actually really good. Like I could see what they were doing with the film, but it's like, I think, in the genre of horror, gory body stuff, so if you're going to watch that, be prepared. But yeah, like it was also quite clever the way they had done it. So that was yesterday. And then today we just had a lunch at a place called Mama's Kitchen, I think. Again, recommendation from my brother. He's the one who found it. He's the one who wanted to go there. And I had probably the biggest burger I've ever had, a chicken burger, fried chicken burger. It was really good. I couldn't finish it. Like, I am not somebody who doesn't finish food generally, but that chicken burger, there was 2 pieces of chicken in there, fried chicken. Oh my god, it was too much. I still don't feel well even from the, like, I want to say up 3/4 of it I had. So I did try to eat as much of it as possible, but it was a lot with tater tots on the side. It was really good though. I would recommend the place. It's very American. They serve like anything American that you can think of. And then now I've come to the theatre for Romeo and Juliet, which only recently opened on Broadway, I want to say about 3 or 4 days ago, starring Kit Connor and Rachel Zegler as Juliet, who we all know is going to be playing Snow White in the live action movie of Snow White coming, I think, next year. I've heard pretty good things about it. It's recently opened. I've heard it's a very different version of Romeo and Juliet, and you might be able to hear loads of New York sounds around me. So yeah, it's our last night here in New York City. My brother's actually got a meeting again this evening at 6 p.m. I think, and then my mom wasn't too interested in this. She actually wants kind of a slightly more relaxed evening where she can just chill and not do too much, because we've seen so many shows. If I've not taken my mom to a show, my brother's taken her somewhere out in the evening, so she's been out and about more than she, I guess, is used to. So she wants a bit of a more relaxing evening. So I thought I would come and see this, and I wanted to get the best ticket possible at the most reasonable price possible. That's always my motto with everything. And online, everything I could find was over $250, which is just a little bit too much. I know that, you know, it's a new show starring 2 big stars, or upcoming stars, whatever you want to call them, but it's still, I don't want to pay that much. So I came to the box office. It wasn't too far from Mama's Kitchen where we had lunch. My mom and my brother have gone somewhere else to have some coffee, and I'm going to join them again in like 10 minutes. Went to the box office. I managed to get myself a ticket for $158 in one of the best locations possible. So I'm in row B, I should say, of the orchestra stalls, very close to the stage. It's a theatre in the round, so the stage is in the middle. But yeah, row B of orchestra stalls for $158. Don't get me wrong, it's expensive, but Broadway is expensive, and it's cheaper than anything I could find online. So I'm happy with that. I'm excited to see it, something different, a play rather than all the musicals that I've seen over the past week. So yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. I'm going to be joining my mom and brother again, and obviously when I'm with them, I don't want to vlog too much because I want to spend time with them off camera. I want to just chill with them, speak our own language, which if you didn't know, we speak Persian at home, so it's just easier that way. But I might update you from time to time. I think we might go to a museum, so that would be nice. And yeah, in the evening I'll be back here. Okay, it's a few hours later. I am now back where I think I last spoke to you. The theatre is officially called Circle in the Square, I believe. It's right next to the Gershwin Theatre where Wicked's playing at. Funnily enough, the first show that we saw in New York on the Strip on Tuesday of last week. Today's Monday, so 6 days ago. We are leaving tomorrow. It's kind of fun to be back here in the same location right next door, and you can see people are starting to go in. The lighting here is rather harsh, isn't it? But yeah, it's currently 8:45, sorry, no, it's 7:45. If it was 8:45, I would have missed the show. It's currently 7:45 p.m. The show starts at 8 p.m. and they opened the doors about 10-15 minutes ago. The staff member who I bought this ticket from said to come here starting from 7:30, which is perfect timing actually. And I like the fact that there doesn't seem to be a huge queue, because every time we walk past the theatre here, there's always the longest queues possible. Like my mom and I were just walking past Sunset Boulevard, which my mom and I saw a couple of days ago. You would have seen it in the vlog. And the queue was going literally across the entire street. That's also an 8 p.m. show for today, and people were just, like, the queues are so long. And like I said, I've said it a million times in this vlog, so apologies for repeating myself. I think it's just because they opened up the doors so late, like only half an hour before the actual performance starts, That's crazy to me. In London, you have at least an hour to start going into the theatre, but different rules, different shows, different places, different countries. I'm excited. I'm really excited about the show, actually. Obviously, Romeo and Juliet isn't anything new. I've seen the play before, different versions of it, but I've heard good things about this unique version, and it'll be cool to see. Kit Connor, I don't really know much about. I know that he's, I think, in Heartstopper. I've read the book, but I've not watched the film or TV show. But Rachel Zegler, obviously, I know a lot about, and I'm excited to see what she's like live in this show. And just like that, we're going in. That was the quickest queue. There wasn't even really much of a queue. That's the box office from earlier. Hello.
There's going to be a problem.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And it looks like we're just going straight through. This is very interesting. I love experiencing different theatres here on Broadway, and I am already spotting merchandise, so we may have to have a look at that later on. Oh, that's quite jazzy over there. Well, there wasn't much of a queue to get into the theatre, but look at the queue for the merchandise here. Wow. Lord have legit mercy. I mean, I guess having two big stars starring in Romeo and Juliet, of course you're going to get long queues, and like I said, the show only opened a few days ago as well, so it's still very new. I do want to have a look at the merchandise, and I might buy something too, depending on how much I enjoy the show, but this queue currently is ridiculous considering the show starting in about 10 minutes. I think I'm going to head to my seat. Also, apparently there's an interval, but only a 13-minute interval. 1-3. Very random. I enjoy this random sad-looking pink teddy bear here, but yeah, they have just made the announcement that in 5 minutes time the show should be starting, so even though people are still persisting in their queuing for merchandise and for drinks, I am going to start making my way in. That's the sign over there, by the way, that says the show has a 13-minute interval, contains flashing lights, smoking haze, no late seating, no re-admittance. Let's go in. Okay, we have come into the auditorium. Still a bit of a queue though to actually get into my seats. I'm in row B, so I presume somewhere down there, and I'm already seeing some people on stage. This looks to be a very like modern, cool 2024 version of Romeo and Juliet, just based on what I'm seeing already. Hi, how are you? I've been told to come to you. Am I in the right place?
Yes, you are.
Is it just there somewhere?
Going to be in here.
Oh, okay. 215, yeah?
Yeah.
So it'll be somewhere in the middle? Or should I go from the other side? Or?
Yes, there's one seat there.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
was there.
Thank you. Okay, we've got our table officially. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm in my seat and the view is phenomenal. I mean, I'm so close to the stage, and they actually do some, I think, like closer seats too, which aren't even in the rows. Those were a little bit more expensive from my understanding, but I'm more than happy with the amount of money I paid for this, and I'm looking forward to it. Look at this. Loving the lighting as well. It feels quite atmospheric actually, even before the show starts, and we have already gone past 8 p.m. so as with almost any Broadway show I've seen over the past week, I think this is also going to start a little bit late because it's currently 5 minutes past 8. And yeah, it had its first preview on the 26th of September. Today's the 30th of September, so only about 4 days after this officially opened. I'm about to watch it. I'm excited, but as always, I'm gonna love you and leave you until maybe in the 13-minute interval, maybe at the end of the show. See you later. It is 10:45 p.m. You probably can't even hear me because the music is so loud. I enjoyed it. It was very different. Really cool though, some unique choices. But yeah, the show was cool. It was very different, a very different, unique way of, I guess, staging Romeo and Juliet, but I enjoyed it. I'm gonna make my way out now and see if I can perhaps have a quick look at the merch before we leave. Okay, the queue looks significantly shorter than what it was earlier, so I think I'm just gonna wait in line and have a quick look. Well, that was nice and quick. I only queued for about 3-4 minutes to get some merchandise. I got a tote bag with Kit and Rachel on it, and on the other side I'm pretty sure it just says Romeo and Juliet. This was $35, which is expensive. But you know what? I needed something to carry stuff with, and inside we have my playbill. I got a magnet, which is just the logo of the show, and a pin. So yeah, my last items of merchandise from any Broadway show on this trip. Before I leave the theatre, I thought I would show you the cast board as well, in alphabetical order, and the company that we saw today, as well as the stage managers. I'm pretty sure the stage door is literally outside the theatre. I'm going to leave from this door because I don't want to get into the chaos. I can imagine it being very, I mean, it looks, oh my god, look at this. Wow. Yeah, the crowds keep going and going and going. It's almost never ending. Oh, Lord have mercy. I am not going to wait for the cast to come out, although if you hear some loud cheers or screams perhaps behind me, that will be an indication that at least Kit or Rachel has left the stage door. But I want to quickly talk about the show. Now, Romeo and Juliet, we all know it, it's a classic Shakespeare play. This was very... I don't know which actress or actor it is. Okay, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, so the production, the staging, everything about Romeo and Juliet as we know it was very differently done here. A lot more modern, obviously, and I quite like that because it makes it more accessible to a younger audience. I mean, I saw so many young people in the audience today, and I'm sure so many of them are there because they're fans of Rachel or Kit Connor. And if that introduces them to Shakespeare and theatre in general, then that's definitely a good thing. Would I say it's my favorite version that I've ever seen of Romeo and Juliet? Absolutely not. However, I can see the charm of it, I can see how it works, and I enjoyed it overall. Like, I felt like it was fun, it was modern, it was energetic, it was sexy in a way that I'd never seen in the Romeo and Juliet play before, and yeah, it kind of made me see the play and some of the script, I guess, some of the lines in a different way. It made me think about the words a little bit differently, and it's cool that they can do different things with it. I liked it. Would I see it again? No, I don't really tend to see plays more than once anyway, but I'm glad I got to see it, and Kit Connor and Rachel Zegler were both very, very good too. In fact, the whole cast was very good. As I finished that last clip, I heard an extremely loud scream, so I'm guessing somebody else has just left the theatre. Can't see anything. Like I said, with this amount of people, it's very unlikely they will be able to see anything, but it is always fun to hear the excitement of the fans, and yeah, whoever's come out, they were amazing, so they do deserve the cheers. Hi, it's the next day, our last day in New York. We are flying back to London later this evening, but I wanted to let you know about a place that I heard about from Erin and Mickey Joe Theatre, and it's called Schmakary's. It's a cookie place, and I've heard such good things about it. Apparently some of the best cookies ever, at least in New York. So of course I had to go and try it. It's not too far from Times Square, like honestly about a 2-3 minute walk if you're like standing where I am at, which is the Disney store, which we are going to get to in a bit. But yeah, I went to Schmakary. Firstly, the staff members there were very nice. It's a very small place. Apparently it opened up in 2012, and it's been very popular with theatre fans since, and I can see why now, because the cookies, and I tried 3 of them. I got the original chocolate chip cookie, which was actually my favorite, but also the funfetti apparently is a very popular one, so I thought I'd try that as well, and that was also good. A little bit too sweet for my liking. I prefer the chocolate one, like I said, but the funfetti one looks cute and also tastes nice as well, especially if you prefer sweeter cookies. And then because it's Halloween time and autumn, they also had a special one, which was a cookies and cream type cookie. It definitely had another name, I can't remember now, but that was also really good. And I got my mum one, which is also another special one. It was like a pumpkin and caramel special cookie, so I'm excited to see what she thinks later on. We might have it as a treat on the way back to London. But yeah, the cookies are great, decent prices too, and also decent sizes. So the cookies are big, you can easily share them if you want to, but you wouldn't want to because you want it all to yourself. It is that good, so highly recommend it. I'm actually doing a little food video on Instagram, like a reel, so if you want to make sure you follow me on Instagram, then do so, because I can show you some of my favorite places that I ate at around Times Square, and hopefully that will help you out if you're coming to New York. But without further ado, firstly, how cute. Yeah, I wanted to really quickly pop into the Disney store, which you can see. It's just over there. Apparently recently they released some cool stuff actually, and the Times Square Disney store is one of the few places in the world that got them physically. So yeah, we're gonna go and check it out. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to film in there. We'll see. Just crossing the street to go to the other side. I always find it confusing in the US where instead of having like a green man, it's a white man indicating go. Got a New York tour bus to my left, a Forever 21, and the Disney store is right next to the Forever 21 over there. Cute. Mickey's looking adorable, and they have Halloweenified the I guess display windows as well. You can see the Mickey pumpkin because Halloween time is coming up. Today's the 1st of October actually. But yeah, let's head on in. So when you first come in, you've got this beautiful Mickey pumpkin display, as well as a bunch of Halloween stuff, which we have seen on the Disney Store website, as well as in the UK store and in the Disney parks. But this is cool. The Statue of Liberty, well, Minnie dressed as a Statue of Liberty. That's pretty awesome. And you can actually buy the plushes of that as well. This is obviously a Disney Store Times Square exclusive. There you go. You can see it there. Do I need it? No, I don't. I want it, but I don't need it. I don't need to collect plushes anymore. $29.99, by the way, if you do want it. They also have a special New York Loungefly. They sell these t-shirts as well. That's quite cute. Oh, might get that. I don't know, is it too touristy? Not sure. It is quite cute though. You can also get that same design on a jumper. This is $50. Or this like New York taxi one. It's not a t-shirt. This is like a long sleeve shirt, $34.99. You can get bigger versions of the plushes. You can get this t-shirt here. Oh, okay, this cap, I like the embroidery on it, and it's just Mickey walking through the streets of New York. Is there anything on the back? Sadly not, but yeah, that's quite a nice cap. And then, yeah, I think this is more or less their New York range. When you first enter, you see all the New York specific stuff. The embroidery, again, very cool. Oh, this is a nice jumper too. Very nice. And then we've got this t-shirt, $29.99. Yeah, and then the Loungefly. Let's have a closer look at the Loungefly, because I know loads of you are big Loungefly fans. So we've got Mickey and Minnie on the front. It says New York in gold letters. And then on the back, this is what I'm most interested about. Yeah, you've got like the skyline of New York City, and it's $89. There you go. That's the New York Disney Store Loungefly. Oh, I've just spotted these two. This is another New York Disney Store exclusive plush, priced at, do we know? I'm not sure, but it's Mickey wearing an I Love NY t-shirt. He looks like a proper tourist. And this new thing that was released a few days ago is the Fantasia thing. I don't actually know too much about it. I'm not spotting it here on the first floor. They also have it downstairs, so I'm going to head down in a bit. But I'm also going to take some time off camera to just wander around. Everything that I'm seeing apart from that New York range, at least on this level, is things that I've seen before, so it's not exclusive to here. But I do enjoy Mickey and Minnie looking very happy with balloons as a display at the top over there. But yeah, this is the first floor. This is the ground floor when you first enter. Loads of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff because it's Halloween. And yeah, the New York range is what we saw just over there. Well, the awkward thing is I was wrong, and the second floor is actually upstairs. So you're not going downstairs, you're going up. And look at the lanterns. Amazing, amazing theming, right? Let's see what they've got upstairs. Also, I did check with security as soon as I entered the store about whether or not I was allowed to film, and he said yes, so I'm okay to film. Okay, we are now on the second floor, and again, I like the theming. Oh, loads of Loungeflies over there. You can see they've got this cute Winnie the Pooh jumper. Like I said, what I'm mainly interested in is the new thing that was released not so long ago. Maybe they've already sold out of them. Okay, I have found it. It's literally right in this middle section. So it's the Fantasia Pleasing, I guess, collaboration that they've done together. And they've got loads of the stuff available still. Look at that. This is nice. Price-wise, do we know? Also, love the tag. Yeah, so this is one of the jumpers. Let's see if there's anything on the back. No. But the quality looks really, really good. They are also selling some of the nail art here. I love the design. So cool. Look at this one. Wow, this is beautiful. And then that one too. It's the last one. I've also just spotted that there is a limit. I'm guessing because it's just been released and they're very popular. So limit 2 of each item per guest to try and make sure that they don't sell out. Really enjoy this t-shirt as well. Oh wow, this is incredible. Oh my god, this is even better. I much prefer the color of this one. Look at Fantasia Mickey. This is so nice. And then on the other side, they've got one of the hippos from Fantasia. The pleasing here is embroidered. I want to know what the prices are for these. I don't know why it's not telling me. I'm guessing they'll be quite expensive, but they are nice. I need to make a decision as to which of the jumper. I definitely want a jumper. So which one, I'm not sure. Let's see what this one is. Oh my god, this is beautiful, but it looks like they've only got a couple of these left. I love this though. Look at that. So cute. Yeah, that seems to be the entire range over there. That's the back of it. But I also wanted to quickly show you this Loungefly. I've never seen this before. It's obviously Lady and the Tramp, and I like how they've got a spaghetti just kind of attached in their mouth. So that's a cool way of doing it. Very nice. Anyway, I've got limited time, so I'm gonna spend maybe like 5 minutes off camera trying to decide what I want to get. Because I need to head back to see my mom and my brother quickly and have some food with them before we go. So am I missing anything? Sorry, I just like keep getting distracted. Oh yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I feel like I've shown you most of the main things here in the store, and maybe I'll let you know what I end up buying. If not, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm sure I'll show it there at some point. It's a few hours later. We are now at JFK Airport. We've got about an hour until our flight, and yeah, I thought I would end this video. It's been a very long one, so I appreciate you for sticking with me. Sorry that I didn't do like a proper ending in the actual city, but obviously I wanted to spend the last few hours that I had with my brother, and it is actually sad to be leaving. Like, I don't often get too sad when I leave a place, but because my mum and I hadn't seen my brother for a while, like I said, for about 9 months, since January of 2024, and we don't know when we'll get a chance to see him again, it's a little bit sad. But we had a great week together, and I hope you enjoyed this that I filmed, because obviously I didn't film everything. I decided to mainly focus on the theatre shows, and I know that those of you are theatre fans, so yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this vlog, and if you would like me to do more theatre vlogs maybe in London, because I know so many of you have been missing them. This was a very inspiring trip for me, actually. I saw some really good theatre, and before coming here as well, I saw Next to Normal in London. Fell in love with that show. Fantastic production with Casey Levy and Jack Wolf and Jamie Parker. So I feel like my love for theatre is really coming back, and I'm inspired to do vlogs with theatre. So let me know if you would like that. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, subscribe for more videos, and also a big shout out to my lovely Patreon members and my YouTube members. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.